Very cool, very cool. Awesome to see you guys. It's been a long 2 weeks, but also it feels like it's kind of been short. You ever have one of those where it's like, can't remember the last time we did this, but it also feels like it was yesterday? I don't know.
100%.
Kind of where I'm feeling at right now. But all I know is I am very excited to get into episode 16. Oh, man. We are getting up there in the episodes, and you guys have an action-packed one ahead of you, unless you guys are going to do the typical Wayfarers route and subvert my expectations and try to just talk your way through everything, which, hey, maybe there's some opportunity for that. You never know. Definitely going to have to use some fisticuffs, some martial combat in this episode. But how you guys doing? Good to see you all. You guys ready to jump in? Any clarifications from last episode? Do you guys remember what happened last episode? Anybody want to go for an explanation? Brave the explanation. Call. I see your hand is raised.
I have a problem. Jimothy was muted for the intro, but he wanted to tell everyone that it was episode 16, and he gave a recap of the previous one.
Oh, okay then. Well, thank you, Jimothy. Sorry that you were muted during that, but
you
yeah.
all heard him.
You all heard him. I heard him. So it sounded perfect to me. Just guys, it was as good, if not better. I think it was a little better even than every other Jimothy intro we've had so far.
Well, I hope the chat was working well with their imagination.
Absolutely. So who wants to go for the recap, or do you guys need me to do it? Bonus points for the recap.
I know what happened.
Okay.
So,
take us through.
After dilly-dallying in Tol Caravan for several episodes, we met up with Stumpy near a boat by the lava, and he was, I think, napping or something, but then we were off to the races. We went through the lava seas toward the dark tower of these orcs and what have you, and we were deciding whether we should go this way or that way, and there was a mighty blackened fleet that was emerging from this place. Many ships, boats, and then other things were coming out of it. So we laid in wait. Nigel was making us invisible to the naked eye using some magics of some kind. We fought a few orcs, decided to go that way, and then went the other way, and then just went right down the center into the keep.
That is more or less perfect. So you guys did catch a bit of a break as you have moved onto the keep while a main portion of the army has moved out on some kind of conquest or raid. Who knows? But regardless, it is as unattended as it's going to be. So this is your chance to try to get in there, strike, pillage, and find that artifact that Stumpy has sent you all this way to try to retrieve. One further kind of an important piece, and where we're actually going to be starting today, is as you approach the main entrance, you guys try to do a little bit of scouting around the sides, see if there was any other way that you could get into the fortress. Not able to get in, so you guys were going to go for the front door. Nigel, with his keen senses for magic and quick wit, quickly realized that the guards that were in front of the door were actually just illusions, but were made in such a way as to draw you guys in for some possibly other nefarious trap, as now you've moved forward on this pathway, and the pillars around you have sort of lowered into the ground, and two massive stone gargoyles have activated and are now looking quite ferocious and ready to, well, I guess we'll just go with fisticuffs. They're ready to fisticuffs. Are you guys ready to fisticuffs?
Only the thickest, biggest bird.
I was born ready to fisticuffs.
Well, very cool. Awesome, guys. Well,
I like
what was
shooting
that, Vic?
fire. I like shooting fire.
And you're very good at it.
I got
If I
all my
remember
bad
last
rolls out of the
episode-
way last episode.
Yeah, the call was not rolling very well last time, but Mendax was getting 20 after 20, and Nigel with the very consistent damage in there. Consistency is key for Nigel. But let's go ahead and get into it. We can throw the first map up here. That will be the Gargoyle Encounter. So Cobra, there you go. If you guys take a look at the good old-fashioned Twitch page, you can get a general layout. It's just a quick one to try to bring you guys up to speed as far as the environment that you can use around you. So we'll be doing a little bit of visual assistance with the encounter maps this time. We've had some extra time, so I got to drum up some more maps for you guys. But this is where you are right now, essentially. So you can see these 6 pillars that have sort of lowered down towards the ground. They're not all the way completely flush with the gravel, if you will. But the 2 pillars in kind of the front to the bottom left, that's the entrance that you've kind of walked in from. You guys are at the top right pillars. I think you tried to snake your way around the sides. That's the closest to the door. And those 2 kind of skull representations will be the gargoyles, which are now beginning to activate. You will have a single turn if you guys would like to try to get into position or whatever you're wanting to do in one quick turn, and then we'll go ahead and hop into combat here. Anything you guys want to try to do? Catch each other up, say to each other, whatever. Yes. Yes, the southwest, indeed. And you guys are in the northeast. So you have all the pillars essentially are between you guys.
Enough. It seems that we've got a real challenge before us, so if I may, I would like to go into a rage.
Absolutely. Absolutely able to go into a rage. There we go. Absolutely. Nigel, Mendax, anything from you guys before you are forced to engage in combat here? Any repositioning you'd like to do? Any spells you'd like to cast? Whatever you want to do it now.
Let's see. I think I'm second one in. No, I think I'm still all right in positioning. But I, would like to take my bow out and get that ready.
Okay, sounds good.
Notch a good solid arrow.
I will prepare myself also for combat. And to do that, I not only brandish my wand, I immediately run behind Mendax and Carl. And I believe there's a door there. Am I able to test the door and see if it's open without giving up a round of combat?
You can certainly make it to the door right now. You won't be able to quite test it out without using up that first round of combat. You could do that first thing and sacrifice, for instance, your movement action on that next turn, and then still have your full combat ability, but you wouldn't be able to move. Something's gonna have to give on that one.
Okay, I'm gonna cower in the entrance to the door a little bit.
Perfect.
While preparing my fire magics.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana and give me an Intelligence roll here. Let me see. Actually, 2 Arcanas here. One for the door and one for the gargoyles. So let me know what you get for both.
All right, so I've rolled a 3 and a 1, and my Arcana is +5. My Intelligence is also +5.
Okay, perfect. So you got in total an 8 and a 6.
Yes.
You know that gargoyles are very tough, and that is a door. Fantastic. Good job.
I've read so much my whole life to prepare for this moment. Guys, this is a door!
Nice. Confirmed.
I can see you are counted among the wise, oh Nigel.
I love it. All right, so let's go ahead then, and we can roll for initiative. So go ahead, give me a d20 roll for each of you guys, and add your initiative modifier to it. That should be listed on your character page. let me know what you get, and we'll set up this combat.
17.
Okay.
I got a solid 8. 5 plus 3.
All right. Mendak's rocking the 8. Very nice. Nigel, how about you, my
14,
friend?
16. 16 with my plus 2.
Okay, let me see what my guys got going for them here. Do they get any bonus to initiative? Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh, you guys suck. Okay, good job. All right. So let me rearrange this here. Just get this all hunky-dory looking. All right, we are going to start the combat off with Call. You are able to spring to your feet, shout in your barbarian rage, as is the custom, and you have the first strike. You see that the gargoyles are lagging behind a bit here. To give you guys a bit of a description of them here, as you have, certainly you can see them without any issue. There's nothing kind of impeding that. They are these great horned like beasts looking deals. They've got this really stone scale skin. It almost looks like they're made out of the same materials as the pillars. It's not quite the same like black steel that the keep itself is made out of, but it's definitely like a darkened stone of some type. You're not 100% sure exactly what it's made out of. They each have 2 massive wings. You're not quite sure if those are going to be able to work or not with how heavy you assume they are. And they have these kind of bestial looking claws and legs, feet, kind of just very, very nasty looking talons, very wide mouths with sharp teeth and all of that fun stuff. So quite a lot of damage possible from these guys. Let's see if they fare a little bit better than my orcs from last time. But without further ado, Call, take us away, my friend. What would you like to do? You've got 2 gargoyles each on one of those pillars that are close enough now to the ground that you are able to close that distance if you choose. Between each of the pillars is about 20 feet. Just to give you a bit of reference for how far away they are. So total is about 40 feet away from you.
Okay. So I have my Staff of the Crow, yes?
Yes, you do.
And that allows me to move
Once per
30?
day.
30?
You can teleport 30 feet as a bonus action to somewhere you can see. And that is your once a day move that you can do.
If I teleported 30, could I also move and then fuck them up?
Absolutely can. Yeah, for sure. You could teleport 30. That's a bonus action, so you still have your move action after that. And then, yeah, you could still use your regular combat action too. Let me look one thing up here just to help you a smidge, because that is a very powerful ability. Give me 1 second. Didn't have your character sheet pulled up. Oh, and one thing while I'm looking that up, actually, what is the bestial form that you're taking for your enrage? If you recall, you get the tail, the claws, or the bite as of your choice.
I would like to bite a motherfucker.
Okay, absolutely can. That is fine. Let me see here. Yeah, the Scythe. Okay, here it is. Okay, so you know, the Scythe itself, and you take with this information as you will, it has a 10-foot reach. So you are able to hit things a total of 10 feet away from you with it.
So would I be able to run 30 feet and then swing at them?
Yes.
So why would I waste a cooldown?
That's up to you, man.
I would choose not to waste a cooldown.
Okay.
I will simply
Sounds good.
use my bird thighs and get myself there.
Absolutely. Sounds good. So you just do your normal move of 30 feet here, and you're able to reach the gargoyle that is the more northern pillar. Is that one going to be okay?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. You are within range with barbarian fuel teething through your blood. Give me an attack roll.
14.
14. Let me... Sorry, it closed on me here. 14. And that is with all of your additions, right? Even from Barbarian Rage? I think you might get an additional...
Let me see.
Let's see. Oh, no, that's just to damage. Okay, yeah, so 14, and that includes your +5 to hit from
Yes.
your... Okay. So you are able to... You run up there, cawing and crowing, screaming and yelling, causing a whole ruckus, getting yourself hyped up. Your last combat didn't start so great, but you're looking forward to slaying some creatures in this one. And as you move into range and you bring the scythe down on the gargoyle, it kind of bounces off its stony exterior, and you're not able to find purchase with that attack. As it skitters off of the plating, if you will, from the gargoyle. Your 14 was not enough to do a hit.
It's a good warm-up.
It's a good warm-up. It's a good warm-up. But you're going to have to try again next time. Let's move over to Nigel. Nigel, what is the call here, my man?
To back up the one and only Carl, of course. Now that I'm
Okay.
in the back, the warriors are already diving in. My flame bolts must emerge. So we're going to try and launch one at the same gargoyle that Carl's engaging.
Okay, what is the range on Flame Bolt?
Firebolt, I believe that's oh no, it's actually 120. 120
Okay,
feet.
absolutely. You're well within. Did you want to do anything with the door? Like I said, you could sacrifice your movement to do some kind of action. Just to remind you that you do have that available.
How about I shoot the flame bolt first, and
Sure.
then I'll try the door after throwing the firebolt.
Sounds fantastic. Go ahead and give me. It's a to hit roll for that, I believe. So go ahead and give me that roll. Let me know what you get.
It's a 13, and my spell attack is +5, so that's 18.
18. Yeah, you conjure up that small kind of bead of fire that expands as it sort of whizzes through the air, reaching critical mass as it hits the gargoyle, now distracted by Call's strike. And it hits him square in the chest, and you can see... Normally, if you were to hit stone with this, right, it can get certainly to very high temperatures, but it's almost as if the magic itself is having a more profound effect on the gargoyle than, for instance, the physical attack. So you are able to hit and do some damage. Let me know how much you do.
All right. That's going to be 8 damage. Oh,
All
no,
right.
sorry, that was wrong dice, wrong dice. Never mind.
Okay.
That's a reroll, no cheaties.
No cheaties, no cheating. What do we got here?
Not quite the same. It's a 2. Yeah, it's a
No.
2.
All right. Well, maybe next time you cheat. That's okay. No, that's
Take
perfect.
the cheaties.
You are able to get some damage in there, but it looks like overall all you've succeeded in accomplishing, besides scratching the surface, is drawing the gargoyle's gaze as he stares at you very menacingly. Mendax.
I'll try the door
sorry.
as
Yeah,
well
Nigel.
quickly. Yeah.
Absolutely. You see that there are 2 handles. It's not like it's not like a doorknob or anything like that. So you can try to pull open the doors. As you do that, it is locked. Give me an Arcana check here.
All right. Checking those doors. We've rolled an 18, should be +5, so 23.
23. You get the feeling, you kind of get the sense that these doors are shut through some magical means, not through just like regular mechanics.
All right.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's me. I'm going to continue cowering in the kind of doorway and just, feeling a little bit more protected there. I'm good.
Okay. Sounds good. Mendax, let's move on to you. What are we shooting for?
I'm going to shoot at the one closest to Carl.
Okay, so we're all ganging up on the we're focus firing. I like it. I
We are
like it.
running a damage train on that one gargoyle. That's correct.
I can dig. I can dig. Go for it. Give me the to hit. Let me know what you get.
All right. And I think it's a +5, right? Yes. 14 plus 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
19? So 19.
19. Yeah, you are able to sink an arrow into the shoulder of this creature. Go ahead and give me a damage roll.
Right. Okay. Okay. D6 +3. 1d6 +3. Does this count as a sneak attack?
It does count as a sneak attack.
'Cause
Yes.
Okay. So
You're
3d6 +3.
Yes.
I'm getting so good at maths. It's not even funny. 5. 5. It's my favorite number. 1. You fucking whore. So 11, 12, 13, 14.
14. Alrighty. As the let me write that here. As you're able to kind of sink the arrow into the gargoyle's shoulder, you give me a perception check.
Shit. I don't think I'm very perceptive. I'm only +1. Oh, fuck yes! I've got a 20. Nat 20.
Okay. Nice,
+1.
nice. Your keen eyes pick up very quickly that the arrow, which you felt very good about, you know you've done this 100 times. You've killed even more people with these arrows. You know roughly what that should look like when you sink an arrow into like a creature. You've even completely passed through some. You see that the arrow has barely scratched the surface of this gargoyle. So you do some damage, but you don't think you've done as much damage as you believe.
Fuck. I don't think these arrows are going to do it, guys.
Anything else you'd like to do? You still got your move action, all that fun stuff.
Still have my move action.
If you want to, you don't have to.
No, I think I'll just stay where I'm at. I think I'm a good distance away. Am I within 60 feet?
You are. If you're hanging out from the we'll call it the left side, very top north pillar, yes. You are 40 feet away currently from that gargoyle.
Okay, 40 feet away. Excellent. Okay, then yes, I'm fine.
Okay. Sounds good. You're going to hang out. All right, that's everybody. Let's move on to the gargoyles. First up is going to be that bad mamma jamma that you guys have been so cruelly beating up on. Their gargoyle shifts its gaze from Nigel for a moment. You think maybe he's picking target number 2 and looks down at Call. Call, it's a very imposing creature. It is, I believe, large. So it is around 8 feet tall. It towers over you. And it is going to bring down its claws.
Bring it.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Perfect. What is your armor class, my friend?
7 fucking teen.
7 fucking teen. All right, the gargoyle brings down its stony claws upon you, but you are able to evade the attack. It slams into the ground, and a small, not crater, but certainly depression in the solid ground appears. You feel that the strike would have caused quite a bit of damage, so evading these attacks is going to be your go-to. The second gargoyle sees that there are more range than there are melee in this mix, and is going to take to the air. It flaps its gigantic stone wings, sort of debris and small pebbles almost flaking off of it as it does, and it glides over to Mendax's location. Landing right next to you, Mendax, and going to try and bring down a claw as it does. What is your armor class?
My armor class is 15.
15.
Wait, 15.
Okay.
Sorry. Scientific number.
Good. Very good. You are able to effortlessly glide out of its strike as it lands on the ground. Again, a similar amount of force. So you definitely would be afraid to get hit by these things. You don't want to go for any kind of reflex. You want to go for just dodging out of the way completely if you can. But overall, a very unsuccessful turn for my gargoyles, I'm afraid to say. We're going to go ahead back up to the top. Call, it is your turn.
I'd like to engage my bestial form and bite
Yes,
the
sir.
motherfucker.
You're going to have to move up to do that. Is that okay? Because you're 10 feet out of distance. You need to be within 5 to do that.
First, I will close the gap, and then I'll...
Absolutely. And keep in mind, that is your bonus action. So you're able to both bite and do an attack with your scythe.
Sure, I'll do that.
Alrighty, go ahead and give me the roll for bite then.
It's going to be 18.
18. Through all the odds, you are able to bite into this stony creature. Somehow. That's a great question. All right, go ahead and give me your damage roll.
He has trained his whole
Why
life
do you
eating.
think it's funny that I can bite
Kenku
this?
have excellent orthodontists.
We do.
I
Very
guess
strong
so.
teeth.
This bird beak is able to rend stone.
Well, it was Stonefish right from episode 1. He was preparing for this moment.
That's right. I'm tying it all
Foreshadowing, you
together,
should have
guys.
known.
This was
You should have
foreshadowed. This was foreshadowed. I
We're gonna
totally.
barbecue the fuck out of you shit-ass gargoyles later.
1d8 plus 3. Roll a 7. That's a 10.
All right, 10 damage. Though you are able to cut into the stone some, you get a similar feeling as Mendax did. You don't believe that your attack has done full damage, as you're not able to get that purchase you're looking for.
Tastes like fruity pebbles without the fruit.
Just tastes like pebbles.
How much damage did that end up being?
10 damage is what he rolled.
Okay.
And that's the same one that he and I are both damaged as well, correct?
Yep, it's the only one that's been damaged so far.
And it restores
How
4
many did
hit
you damage it
points.
for, Nigel?
2. Yeah.
Yes, you do restore 4 health as well. That is the ability of your bite there. So you drink down some of the rocks that, I guess, I'm trying to role play this out here. I'm not really finding anything that makes a lot of sense. You eat some of the rocks from his shoulder, and you find some nourishment in that, regaining 4 health, stealing the life essence from the gargoyle.
It's minerals, my friend. Do you not know of minerals?
It's rich in iron. Iron promotes blood.
Yes.
It fucking works.
Oh,
It
yes.
works. It's canon now.
Some
Love it.
creatures need a salt lick. Other ones just literally eat the entire rock. Why not? Why not?
Yeah. Alrighty, so are you going for the scythe hit next, my friend, or do we have some other interesting...
You know, I've never really connected with this scythe. I would like to at some point. Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, let's go for it.
That's going to be a nat 20.
That is going to be a critical strike, my friend. So the way I like to do crits is you get your first attack full damage, and then you get essentially a second round of damage. So go ahead, give me a D12. And this is a +1 scythe. So it is a magical item here.
And if I'm raging, do I have bonus to the attack damage?
Yes, you do.
So I rolled...
You get +2 to melee damage with strength weapons. So you would get your D12 plus essentially 7. Oh, I'm sorry, +8, because it's a +1 scythe, right? So +8 total.
9 plus 8 is 17.
+12, because you crit, right? So you get a full, like, max damage on top of that.
Holy shit.
So what do you got total?
Is that 30?
I think so. I've lost
30
track of the
damage?
math. We're gonna go with 30 damage because I think that sounds about right. My God! All right, so what did you do in order to, you crit, right? This is your moment here. How do you hit this thing?
Listen, it's a new scythe, and I've never fully been able to let loose. I only bonked Mendax on the head with the bottom end of it. But this time I can really find the angle of how I can use gravity to swing it down at a horizontal, getting all of my back and shoulder and chest and core, and really swing that all the way through, getting all the muscle groups in. and just searing right through the stone that I got a good taste for with the bite. I feel like I know this a little bit better.
You're familiar with the stone. Sure, why not? Why not? Yeah, you cut into this creature. You wind up and essentially like you're hitting a home run. You just slice into this gargoyle. It staggers and it falls to its knees, but it is not out of the story yet. It is not fucking around. As it clings to the last strands of its life, it gets back up and glowers at you. There's stone that's kind of crumbling off the side where you're able to strike into this thing. And it looks as if a statue could look like it's close to dying, that's what we got here.
It better be with that damage.
Yeah. That was a very solid first showing of the actual true potential of the Scythe here. Love it. Love it. Fantastic. Well done, call. Nigel, let's move over to you. You see in a shower of sparks the first gargoyle take a massive hit, but it's not down yet.
Well, stay down, you dirty gargoyle. I am going to get very creative and set it on fire again. Hopefully a bit more of an explosive shot, aiming for the face of the thing. Firebolt, let's go. And I am going to roll an 18 plus 5.
Absolutely. Yeah, 18 is more than enough. The plus 5 is just the cherry on top. The firebolt, again, in a rush, an explosion, how much damage are we doing? Is it enough to finish off the gargoyle?
4.
4! Would you believe that is just enough damage to take care of this creature?
Woo!
Fireball whizzes past almost in quick succession from when Call was able to kind of cleave into this monster. And as it's still reeling from the damage, the finishing touch, an explosion of flame in its face is too much for it to handle as it crumbles to the ground and essentially shatters, almost as if the energy that was keeping this contained, almost like a shell, has been burst and is now just kind of crumbling into debris and dust onto the ground. So well done. The first gargoyle defeated, but you've got a second one still looming over your rogue. Mendax, what would you like to do? You are staring face to face with a giant statue monster.
Okay. So, I mean, my bow and arrow is already out. Can I use my movement to dash backwards and out of his reach and then still shoot him?
So you can. So it wouldn't be dash. Let me see. Are you trying to like avoid getting hit? Is that what you're trying to do? Essentially, you can disengage, but that will take your movement action, and you only move 5 feet. So you won't really run far away. But he
can still hit me at 5 feet anyway. Okay, then can I grab my necklace to go invisible and still strike him? I don't think I've ever tried that while I've been invisible before.
Hold on here. You gotta. I'm reading your class. Go to your actions here. As a rogue, level 3, cunning action. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns to dash.
Yes. Okay, that's correct. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to shoot him now.
Okay, so you're going to disengage, or are you going to shoot him and then try to move out, or what are you trying to do here?
I'm going to just. I'm very close. I would hope very difficult to miss him at this range. So I would like to hit him and then immediately disengage. Back, get out of his immediate arc of claw range.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. You're doing the short bow, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is not going to be a sneak attack, but you can definitely try to hit him. Go ahead and give me to hit. Let's see if it's enough.
Mother shit. It's 2 plus 5, so it's a 7.
The pressure from the gargoyle weighing down on you forces your hands to shake slightly as the arrow doesn't go wide. It does hit him, but it kind of just skitters off again. The stony plating of the gargoyle here, and you are not able to do any damage.
Okay, then I would still like to dash back and just get out of his exact claw range.
Okay, so you were just again to confirm, you're gonna disengage and then move away normally, right?
Correct.
Because there is an action called dash, which just lets you move twice. I just want to clarify.
Oh, okay, like in a game, obviously. Yeah, no, disengage, move back.
Got it. Just making sure I fully understand what you want to do here. So you are able to, using your roguish cunning, take every advantage that you can, even with the arrow skittering off. It was enough of a distraction for you to stealthily move back and then full move. Where would you like to go? You got 30 feet to play with here.
I'd like to still keep myself in between it and Nigel at least, because I don't want to start going for Nigel. So maybe off to the side, back but at an angle away.
Okay, so you're just making him, if he does want to attack you, he's got to come towards you again. Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Absolutely.
So you're off to the side. Nigel's only maybe 10 feet behind you, so we'll just have to, you'll be kind of off to the side of him a bit.
Off to the side is fine, yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Nigel. I mean, I'm trying to also sucks to your ass, Ma. Nigel, open the door.
It's really heavy. I think it's magically locked or something. I can't open it.
What happened to all these lats? All of this work for rowing the boat. Knock that fucking door down.
I used all my energy rowing here. Those boats scared us, remember? It was really painful. I'm sore, okay?
Happening?
Why did he become a 16-year-old girl?
I don't know. I don't hate it.
He sounds like Alexis from Schitt's Creek right now. I just can't do that.
There's been a whiny enchantment cast on Pig.
I get intimidated by gargoyles. Nigel loses a little bit of confidence, but
I see. Okay.
yes.
I kind of like the taste.
All right. Gargoyle's turn. It is going to... Mendax did attack it last, so it is going to close the distance between you, Mendax. It's not going to fly, but it is just going to kind of run very quickly at you. Only 10 feet, so not very far to go. It does... Yeah, it's got plenty of speed to get there. And when it does, it is going to try, once again, to hit you with its tremendous claws here. Let's see what we got. Ooh! It hits.
I don't like that.
It hits.
Why do you look so happy about that?
It finally hit!
Just rude.
White creatures aren't totally inept at hitting things. And it is going to deal a total of 10 damage as its claws find vulnerability. You try to dodge out of the way once again, but it catches you mid sort of spin, and it's able to hit you and kind of rend that skin, so your side has kind of been clawed open slightly.
Would now be the moment, and I don't know because I've never done it before, so I'm asking you, would now be the moment for me to point my finger at this son of a bitch and cast Hellish Rebuke, or would I have to wait?
I believe
it's
that
a reaction, so I didn't know.
Okay, let me just see it here. I believe you should be able to do that. Let me take a look here. Yeah, so if you click Hellish Rebuke, if you actually just kind of put your mouse over it and click it, you'll see the casting timer. One reaction, which you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet that you can see. So that is certainly what has just happened.
Rebuke
You
the
are
shit
more
out
than
of the
welcome
Mendax.
to rebuke away.
I am very upset with this son of a bitch. I'm going to get my D10. I did a 5 and a... Shit, you bitch. Dice. Okay, a 5 and a 1. So only a 6.
Okay, and it does get a dexterity save where it can only take half damage from that. Let me see what this guy's got. What is the... Okay, it's 12. I see. Got it. All right. And It is not able to dodge out of the way of your fiery wrath in time. 6 damage as you point.
Take that 6.
And using your ancestors' energy.
Wait, can I point with my middle finger?
You can do whatever you want.
Oh, then I'm definitely going to flip it off first and point with my middle finger.
You got it. It is slightly insulted at the same time. But not too much.
Stony face.
Gargoyles hate when you do that.
When you do that, man. God dang it. How did you know my one weakness? Insults. All right. Fantastic. Gargoyles, finally. Good job, guys. Call. We'll head up back to you. You hear the cry from your ally as she is hit by this devilish fiend.
I would like to hit the devilish fiend.
Okay. There is a solid, let's see here. We said 20 between each pillar, and she's 10. There is 50 feet between you guys. You are about as far away from it as you could be at this moment in time. So you can, just to kind of give you some options.
I can throw a javelin at it.
Yeah, you could move, try to close some of the distance, and then throw a javelin. That's fine. You can sacrifice your attack action to double move up to it if you want. That's fine as well, but then you won't be able to attack. You could still do your bite, but you won't be able to do your scythe if you do a double move.
I would like to double move bite a motherfucker.
Okay. So you are spurred into motion from the pain of your friend, and you get over to it lickety-split, and you sink in the beak. Give me a hit roll.
Fuck. 8.
All right. Your beak is not able to find that sort of, I guess, softer stone that it was able to before. I don't really know how that worked the first time, but it doesn't work the second time, unfortunately, as the hide of this creature is too resilient for now. I think that's all you can do. If so, we'll move on to Nigel.
All right. Well, just checking very quickly. No. Okay.
All right.
I was thinking about trying to just give it a bit of a smack, tell it it's been naughty. I believe the damage on my staff is like 1d6 plus 1. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'm carrying a staff anymore since I have a wand, so I think that's outdated inventory actually. I think I'm just gonna do another firebolt into it, flame bolt, and
the tried and tested, the true firebolt.
4 plus 5 is 9.
That is not going to be enough, as the gargoyle, seeing how much damage you are able to impart on his ally, has kept a watchful eye on you, has ducked out of the way, firebolt splashing on the stone of the rocks behind it. No damage being done. I'm afraid to say this one's a bit craftier.
Damn it. Can I observe, are the other pillars lowering at all?
They have all lowered, essentially. There may be there's like a foot of it remaining, but they've essentially lowered all the way down to where there's only about a foot above the ground.
And I believe there's 4 more pillars, is it? Or
there is 4 more pillars, yes.
Okay, but I can't visibly see any cracking on those yet, so I can assume we probably have a little bit of time if those are going to awaken.
Correct. So it's the same. Well, actually, give me a perception check. Let me see here. You've done so well in your checks already.
4.
All right, they all look the same as the gargoyles do, but none of them are moving.
Stony monster looks like stony monster. No worries.
Indeed.
All right. That's it. I will. I'm about as far away from anything. How close is Mendax and the gargoyle? They're not right up on me, are they?
No, they're probably about 5 feet. away from you in total. Not very
Alright.
far.
Okay, I'll leave it at that then.
Okay, sounds good. Mendax, on to you.
Okay. Well, fuck it. At this point, I mean, I don't have any spells. I don't have any. I'm just going to shoot it with another arrow.
Absolutely.
Wait, no. Can I take my healing potion first and then shoot it with an arrow?
Yes, but then you won't be able to do any of that disengage move again because that's going to take your bonus action to do that.
That's true. But it didn't
If you
really
want.
help me much either way before, and if he hits me again, he definitely could knock me down. So I'm going to go ahead and take that potion and then just shoot him.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead. Which of the potions do you have here? I think you guys just have the regular healing potions, nothing too.
I think we have like the super duper kind that automatically refill three times after you use them. Fairly certain.
I remember that, yes.
Do you have them?
I thought we each had one.
I don't know. Did you put it in your inventory?
I don't think I put it. I must not have added it to my inventory, unless somebody else has them all. In which case, then fuck me.
We got 3 bonus from Torment as we were leaving Tol
Right.
Karabad. Did anyone add those to their inventory?
I
a
have
good
2
question.
healing potions on me. I don't know where from, but I have 2.
Good. There should be one in Mendax's inventory then.
Okay.
That's fine. So we'll do that. Definitely make sure you guys try to update your inventories as you
Yes.
can. It can be a little tedious, I know, but it helps later on. But yes, you can go ahead and use one. Give me a. Let me see here. Yeah, it's just a regular one. So I believe that's going to be. Let me take a look. Or have it down. Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2d4 plus 2. Come on, d4. Okay, yes. A 4, a 1. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. Okay, that's better. Not
Okay.
fantastic, but I'll take it.
All right, sounds good. You heal up.
Okay, I don't want to shoot this very unlikable gargoyle.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead.
All right, roll. I rolled a 4 plus 5. That's a 9.
Yeah, this one it doesn't even manage to land as the gargoyle seems to be picking up the rhythm of battle a little bit more quickly than you guys are. We will go ahead from there. Unless you're going to want to try to attempt to move, it would get a free strike. But if you want to, that is within your.
Nope.
All right, fair enough. We'll head over to the gargoyle's turn then. There are 2 enemies attacking.
Wait, didn't we kill one?
No. 2 enemies of his. So there's you and Mendax are attacking the gargoyle.
Oh.
You are the 2. You are the 2 enemies. You are my enemies. Not just kidding. It is going to keep its gaze focused on Mendax. It sees that you have restored some of your health, and it is going to do its best to keep you from healing up too much. It is going to let out it's almost like a gravelly roar, almost not quite. Yeah, that'll serve perfectly, as it's trying to bite you and claw you at the same time, Mendax. So let's see what we get here.
Unnecessary. It's a bit overkill.
It is a bit. You are able to successfully dodge out of the first attack here. The bite misses as you move to the side in a quick spin, but you run out of room and the claw is able to catch you, sort of hitting you at the same time. It is going to deal only 3 damage. All right, fine.
Only
Fair
3
and-
damage. Oh, such a strong little gargoyle. Poof.
All right. Okay.
Apop is going to kill me.
Do its stone eyes roll in its sockets, or does it?
It spurs into motion. It gets a whole nother attack. It says it right here. It's crazy.
Wait,
I don't know.
I don't know how often I can actually cast Hellish Rebuke.
It's once per day, I think. I don't believe you get it.
Because it doesn't tell me on this thing. It just.
Yeah, I see that. I don't believe you get it every time. I think you can only do it like a once per day sort of thing. We'll look it up.
Fair enough.
And go from there.
Doesn't matter to me. I'd probably only roll like a 6 anyway.
Yeah, and features and traits, you can cast it once per long rest.
Gotcha.
So you could just take a nap.
Yes, I would like to instantaneously fall asleep.
Okay, you sleep for 8 hours. The gargoyle is able to kill you in that time.
Damn.
Pull up a new character.
Bad choice. Bad choices.
Bad choices. Bad choices. All right, we'll head up to Call.
Call, who hath closed the gap between him and the other remaining gargoyle.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to do the bite whack combo.
The bite and smack.
Yes.
Sounds good. Go ahead. Let me know what you're rolling for what, and we'll go from there.
Okay, roll for the bite. I got a 10.
Okay, the bite is not able to, once again, it's not able to kind of find what it needs to in order to get any damage done. What do we got? It's a nice pool of lava that's like right behind him.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Is that did you roll a 1?
I don't want to talk about it. Yes.
Consolation pat for you, my friend. A 1 has been rolled. Sounds good. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
But I didn't hit them.
Yeah, you're right.
A D what?
Just your normal damage you would do as if you did hit him.
Okay. I believe that's a D12.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a 10.
So that's 10 plus 1 from the +1 weapon, plus 2 from the rage, so 13, and then plus, I think it's what, 5? So 18. That's a lot of damage, dude.
Thank you.
You move forward. The strike looks clean. You look as if you were going to, again, in almost similar fashion to the first hit that you did with this weapon. You're feeling good. You're getting into the groove. As you do, you don't notice the sort of pile of rubble that has flaked off of the gargoyle, and you lose your footing as you move forward to lunge into that strike. The scythe kind of flips on the ground and cuts back into you, dealing half the damage of your normal strike.
Oof.
So you did a lot of damage.
To myself.
Just not to the gargoyle.
Is that 9 damage?
9 damage total. Yep.
Not the most productive turn.
Not the most productive turn.
Remember, Carl, it's all in the hips. With a bit more practice, you'll get it. I believe in you, buddy.
I know, the blade is in my hip.
You're meant to swing from there, Carl. Remember what Buddy says. Swing the scythe from the hips and follow through.
From the hips, not into the hips. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, when he says it's all in the hips, he doesn't mean the actual blade is all in the hips.
Right.
Well, it is right now.
Right, but it shouldn't be. He just took it too literally.
Yeah, exactly. That's the issue.
Follows directions well.
Always good to
does.
get some scythe-wielding advice from a local wizard.
No worries, I'm an expert in many topics. Glad to be here of service.
One of which is not apparently doors, since it's still shut.
I don't know if taking the damage is worse or having Nigel give you advice on how to fight is worse. I think it might be the Nigel part. Speaking of, let's go ahead and move over to your turn. Nigel has called dislodges an enchanted blade from his hip.
Can I brandish my pocket dagger and just try to spin it while I'm just to kind of show off a little bit before doing my spell?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna make you roll for it, but you
Sure.
can. Okay,
I'm
good.
just trying
So
to
give me
kind of like spin it around, kind of like a pen trick,
Oh my God.
Just
absolutely.
I want to inspire
Drop it onto
confidence
your
in
own
Carl.
foot. I'm going to
I'm
lose
sorry.
it.
Give me an acrobatics check for that. Or no. Let's do sleight of hand. That's a little more. Sleight of hand is a bit more thematic.
18 plus 2, 20.
Wow. Yeah, you know those guys that can do all the crazy coin tricks, or the guys who can flip all the butterfly knives around. Yeah, that's what's. As Pig goes to cast what I assume is another fireball, he's flipping this dagger around. It almost doesn't look like he's controlling. It almost looks like it's magically controlled.
That's how I do it.
Show off.
And the firebolt comes out. It's going to be a 19 this time. 14 plus 5.
Holy smokes! Give me some damage.
1!
Well, you're lucky that nobody can see damage numbers on the head of the creature, so you can. You're like, oh yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. In your head that did almost nothing to this creature, but to everyone else, it just looked like another fireball explosion. So,
I maintain a confident facade.
okay, well done. A very, very convincing 1 damage there. It's down. Fantastic. Mendax, moving on to you, unless, Nigel, there's anything else you would like to do here.
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Okay.
I love it.
So I'm still very close to it, correct?
You are right next
Because
to
I
it.
decided not to move. Okay, well then, I am going to do. I feel like I might have to try it with my dagger. I don't have many arrows left. And the arrows aren't doing much anyway. Not the dagger's going to do a whole hell of a lot, but it will save me an arrow. So I think what I'd like to do is grab my necklace to go invisible.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, I'll do that afterwards. I'll do that now. I'll piss it off and then I'll go invisible.
It doesn't
So
turn you invisible.
Oh, wait, it just makes you smoky so you can pass through things.
Correct. Just to
Fair enough.
clarify. You do have that dust that makes you invisible.
Yes, I don't. We still have to find that spoon. I don't want to use all of my goodies. Some of the goodies have to stay in the jar, as Saint Sierra once told us. So I think I will stab him first. Attempt to stab.
Okay. Attempted stab coming up. Sounds good. Go ahead and give me the attempted stab to hit roll.
14 plus 5, 19.
The stab is successful as you are able to jam the dagger into the calf of this creature.
Okay, and 1d4 plus 3.
And
2
plus
plus
2d6 because it's a sneak attack.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so that was a 2 plus 3, so a 5. And then 8. No, plus 3 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. So 10 total damage.
Okay, 10 total damage. Once again, you get the nagging feeling that you are not doing as much damage as you should be with this dagger. But you're able to strike it. What would you like to do now?
Okay, actually, you know what? I won't even grab the necklace. I still don't want to waste it. I'm going to disengage.
Okay, disengage. Sounds good. Heading in what direction? Towards Nigel or towards
towards Nigel. Towards Nigel, only so that I can put myself more in between Nigel and the gargoyle. Because now I'm off to the side, which leaves Nigel a bit exposed. Correct? Mm-hmm. Because Carl was coming
you will
from
be
the other
basically
direction.
occupying almost the same space as Nigel at that point. You guys are very close to each other right now.
Shit. I'm trying to protect you, Nigel, but I don't know how best to do that. Whether it's to be in front of you but close, or far away from you and distracting. Okay, well, you know what? Nigel hasn't even been attacked yet, so apparently where he's at is fine. I don't want to draw the attention there. I would like to disengage in the direction of Carl.
Okay, sure. So you kind of duck beneath its legs and are able to kind of very quickly get out of its range. Are you going to take your move action and move further away? Are you going to just try to have call between you and the gargoyle?
Yes, I am going to move a bit further away. Carl is one thick-ass bird, so...
He isn't.
And I would keep a safe distance from this scythe. Based on what's happened so far.
I'd like to go behind Carl so I can continually also yell at him, Nigel says it's all in the hips!
All right, as you wish. So we'll just say that you're maybe within 5 feet of Call here. You didn't move too far away, but far enough that the gargoyle would have to take some more movements in order to reach you. Now, anything else you need to do, or are you set?
No, I think I'm set. I don't want to use anything else.
Okay. The gargoyle is going to flip around, seeing now how one of its assailants was able to get away, much to his dismay, and is staring face to face with Call, the thick-ass bird. He did not see you hit yourself, so, you got that going for you, maybe. Call is...
Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself!
He is going to wind up for another bite-claw combo.
Now, if this gargoyle is a real tough guy, he will show his strength and hit himself as well.
I see. Is that what he'll do?
Yes.
All right. I wouldn't hold my breath. All right. The bite is able to connect and pierce through your tough exterior, but he's not able to kind of get the claw to hit you at the same time. So he's only going to be able to hit you with that bite, which will deal a total of... 8 damage.
Oof.
Oh, I'm sorry. 4 damage. 4 damage, Call. You are... This is also important. So you are resistant. While you're raging, you have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. So think of it like mace, slash with a sword, stab. So anytime you're raging and you get hit by something like that, you should definitely go, I have resistance against that, so that I don't hit you with the entirety of the damage, like I've been doing for this entire campaign.
I don't give a shit about your weapons or attacks.
Okay. Just, throwing that out there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So 4 damage to you.
He's never even fainted once.
He hasn't, has he? Maybe I shouldn't have told him that. Just keep letting him take the full brunt of damage here. All right. Call. That will be moving up to you then, my friend.
I would like to try the attacks in reverse order this time. It didn't really go well last time, so I would like to do instead of a bite scythe, a scythe bite.
Scythe bite. Okay, we'll go for it.
First roll coming up. It's going to be a 19.
19. That is more than enough to hit him. How about that bite?
The bite is an 18.
Okay, yeah, both of them are able to strike true, as the pain, maybe even from the scythe hit, has woken up your senses. Put the adrenaline of battle back in. So go ahead and give me the damage for both.
D12 for the scythe. I just wanted to see what it was like,
Absolutely.
It's like a chef. You wouldn't serve food to people if you didn't try it out first,
That's right. That's right. Any true warrior gets hit by their own weapon at least once.
Okay, so we rolled a 10 for the scythe. That's plus 1 because it's sharp.
Yep.
And then plus 2 more because I'm raging, which is 13.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Plus 5 from your strength.
Plus 5 because I'm just so strong.
Yes. So 18 total.
That's good. I'll take it. And then for the bite.
Yep.
1d8 plus 3.
Hmm.
You can do it! Bite his friggin' head off, Carl!
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Any advice about it should be a shoulder bite, a hip bite, Nigel?
Get him right
Loosen
in the
the
chest.
jaw, something like that.
A real Chad eats the sandwich from the middle. Doesn't even go from the side. You just go straight down the middle. Go for the chest.
Okay. So we've got... It's got a 2 plus 3, that will be 5.
5. All right. So once again, you're not confident that that's going to do full damage, but you nonetheless are able to, I guess, like, stab his chest with your beak. I just don't see how this works, but the sort of shadowy,
This is my demon form.
form that's overtaken your beak specifically through some manner of mysticism is able to bite his chest. How bizarre. You heal 4. You heal 4 health, though.
You bet.
Alrighty. And with that very, very convincing and walloping damage there, we'll move to Nigel, throwing out words of encouragement in different accents. I like this new Nigel. The identity
Indeed.
crisis.
Just channeling a little bit. There we go.
Yeah.
You know, bringing back some of the memories. Getting out in the action. It's reminding me of my childhood as a young orphan on the streets, and the very different accent, very different mannerisms back then. But just came back to me for a moment in the heat of battle. Speaking of which, going to put my knife around, stop doing tricks, and hopefully actually do some damage this time. As once again, one trick pony, a burning trick. Let's see if we can land it. It's going to be
Old
a
Faithful.
firebolt. 20, 15 plus 5. That's
Absolutely.
a hit, most certainly. And we're going to roll a 3 for damage.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Again, the firebolt. Consistent. It is a consistent damage dealer of the group. It may not do a ton of damage, but it will always do a little bit of damage at least. Very well
slowly
done.
burn these gargoyles back down to slag. Very slowly.
Absolutely. You can see sort of some of its shoulders starting to char up and melt away even, where you have repeatedly just kind of firebolt, firebolt, firebolt.
It's a tried and true strategy. We'll get there in the
Everything
end. Yeah.
Yes, we will. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn, though, Pig?
Nope. Just going to chill and watch Mendax finish this dirty gargoyle.
Okay, now you've just jinxed it. Now I'm feeling pressure.
All right, Mendax, take it home. Everyone's counting on you.
You couldn't
Okay.
fuck it up more than me.
That's... Don't say that out loud.
Challenge accepted. I'm going to try to shoot it with another arrow. No more daggers, bow and arrow. I'm far enough away.
Okay. Okay.
All right, let's do this. Don't me on this die. I told you not to say it. I told you you jinxed me. Both of you. All 3 of you. And now I've rolled a 1. I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy, and you're happy. Because I just rolled a 1.
I'm very happy. Oh, is that about my gargoyles being kind of sissy and not doing all that well? Okay. Well, it's perfect. Go ahead and give me a damage roll.
Oh, good, you dealt some damage.
Oh, good.
I'm going to do more damage to myself than this stupid gargoyle ever has. I'm so mad right now. 1d6 plus 3, and it was a fucking sneak attack. Oh, eat a butt! Several butts.
You don't do this. Don't do the sneak attack part. That's fine.
No, I mean, okay, but
She
I
caught
won't
herself
push you.
completely by surprise.
1d6 plus 3. 3 plus 3 is 6.
Well, actually, no. We'll just keep it at that. Yeah, no, 6 damage. You as you've trained your entire life in archery, you're quite the proficient bowman, if you will, bow woman,
Bow person.
bow person. There we go. Very good call. You line up the strike. You see sort of the nape of the neck, if you will. You see, you kind of keen in. You hone in on these critical areas.
Did I shoot someone else?
As you let the arrow go, suddenly Call just kind of bursts into view. And you get the arrow in the back of his shoulder. Call, take 6 damage, my friend.
Hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, you weren't supposed to be there! Cole! He was in my sights! This one's on you!
This is part of my battle dance. I can't stop myself.
If you were moving your hips correctly, your center of mass would have been on the other side.
Well, after this, we can all go to salsa classes together.
Done and done.
All right, 6 damage to you, Colin. Oh, you are raging, I guess. All right. That is piercing damage, so 3 damage, I suppose.
Thank you.
I would like to blame this on Nigel. He started the jinxing. He started this.
I'm fine with that. Dissension in the group.
The power of belief. I wasn't meaning to put pressure on you or anything.
Love it.
Bad juju.
I'll just shoulder the mistakes of the group. That's fine.
Yes, you're bleeding from your hip. You've got an arrow lodged into your back.
Save that arrow. I don't have many left.
The gargoyle, who's kind of confused and is not sure if everyone here present is his enemy or not, is gonna wind up for a strike. He is gonna try to bite you, Neuro. Let's go ahead and get a roll. He is unable, however, to hit the ever-elusive battle-dancing bird, as you're just moving around too quick, sometimes to the detriment of your party members. So that's his turn. That's all he's got. He got the bite.
You can track this.
He gets he had one last chance to just really get something done here. He just totally flopped the roll. So good job, gargoyles. We'll see though. Who knows? Anything could happen. Maybe he gets another turn. I don't know. We'll go ahead back up to the top. Call. It's your turn. You have an arrow lodged in your back, but you just narrowly avoided being bitten by this demon. It's not really a demon, but you know what I mean.
I would like to once again defy the laws of physics and bite a motherfucker.
Okay. Go ahead, and are you going to bite first and then scythe? Or are you going to scythe then bite? Or
Bite
no
scythe.
Bite scythe. Bite scythe. Got it.
9.
Just checking. 9 total. Unable to find purchase in the stony exterior once again. You think that first bite that you did may have been a fluke. Oh, I guess you got 2. Never mind.
17.
It's not.
17 for the scythe.
17 is going to be a hit. Go ahead and give me some damage, my friend.
Oh, yes.
Have you ever tried to bite a statue before? It's not easy. Where do you start?
And that's going to be 8, plus a 1 because it's sharp, which is 9, plus a 2 because I'm raging, which is 11, plus a 5 because I'm strong, which is 16.
Ooh, yeah!
Whoa.
Well, even though your bite was not able to land any additional damage, it didn't need to, as the scythe cleaves in center mass to this gargoyle, pierces through its sort of chest, out the other side, and whatever magical essence was holding this creature together in similar fashion to the first one seems to dissipate, as whatever life was left in its lifeless eyes fades away, and it begins to crumble and turn into dust around your blade. Well done. You all survived the encounter.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Yeah, you guys you're now free and open to take your actions as you choose if you would like to collect yourself. Nigel, you feel the kind of the hum of energy, the magic of the door dissipate as the gargoyle fades into non-existence.
All right, I'd like to try and open the door again.
Okay. How are we opening it? When are we? Hello, everybody. Are you gonna?
Hey!
Jazz hands out.
Jazz hands.
I'm just gonna basically just give a feel and just see if it gives. See if it moves at all from me opening it, just to kind of see if the resistance is gone. to confirm.
Certainly.
But I'm not actually going to swing it open or anything. I'm just going to, yeah.
Right. You're just testing it out. I can dig that. It is kind of scraping along the ground slightly, but you do feel if you were to continue pulling, you would be able to get the door open.
Okay. All right. Stack up, team. Are we all feeling good and healthy? I'm feeling quite warmed up after that fight, you know? I didn't contribute that much damage, but I landed a few flame bolts. Those gargoyles sure were tough. You both, bit more blood on you than I would like, Carl. So, do you guys need some potions or something? Do we need Goop to spin up and help us out?
I mean, I wouldn't mind a little Goop action if Goop wouldn't mind helping me. I'm sitting here at about 9 out of 23. Also, Carl, I don't want to bother you, but can I just get that arrow back? Okay, that's uncalled for. You really should have been paying attention. You could just leave it in. You could just leave it in, but you...
I'm a pretty big target.
Yes, exactly. So when you move in the direction of my arrow, it's very easy for you to step in front of it. I'm very sorry. The next time, that arrow specifically will go into an enemy.
Just pull it out.
That's what she said. Okay, sorry, I couldn't help it. So I'd like to take the arrow out gently, gingerly, respectfully.
You lose control over the arrow. It slashes your face and deals damage for making such a stupid joke.
First of all, not stupid. Perfect time to make that joke.
Okay, well, that remains to be seen. Who's the one that took damage from pulling out the arrow? No, you're fine. You're fine. I won't punish any dumb jokes yet. We haven't hit the quota yet. The meter is still filling up.
She was in the theater. She's simply quoting a line from A Midsummer Night's Orgy, that's all.
Oh
Exactly.
They weren't the
Which is the
classiest troupe of performers, okay? They did a lot of lowbrow
It was the prequel
performances.
to the Forest Fantasy 7 that I was the tree in.
The tree.
My established IMDb catalog. TMDB, Theater. Theater
Wonderful.
Mobile Database.
All right. Carl, you're one less arrow, so you guys are good to go. What would you like to do? Turn around, head back to Tolkarabad. That's it. Good job. Or moving forward.
We did it!
Yeah.
Good job, fam. And holding my orb of goop control in my hand. Hey, Goop. How about you heal Mendax? Give her some healing energy, I say. Still kind of unfamiliar with him taking more complicated orders, and I'm kind of a question mark in my command, but...
Yeah, sure. It seems like it completely understands your intentions and what you would like to have happen here. The sort of chest cabinet, if you will, opens up. His mechanical arm reaches in and grabs out the record, which he kind of puts into that record player he has on his head, clicks it into place. And he walks over to Mendax, still kind of singing that song, and puts one of his mechanical hands on Mendax's leg. Mendax, you heal for 9 damage.
This is why Goop is a bro. What a bro. Thank you, Goop. Give him a nice little pat. I'm going to get you an ascot.
Fair enough.
First thing after this, ascot for Goop.
He finishes up the song, finishes up his little dancing maneuvers that he's apparently learned to do, and then takes the record out of his head and back into the to the spice rack, if you will.
All right. Carl. Oh yeah.
For that, you feel a little bit of the magical energy from the orb dissipate slightly.
Okay. All right. Carl, you're looking a little worse for wear. Would you like Goop to help touch up your hip there?
Yes.
Goop, lay on hands.
Okay. It goes through the whole maneuver again, as if it's like you literally can't like stop it in between. It's got to do the whole thing. So once again, the cabinet opens up.
Play
Reaches
this
his
on.
arm in. Yep, he's gonna go ahead and put the record in his head. Starts dancing a little bit. And he walks over to Call, puts a hand on him. Call, you heal for 11 damage.
Whoa! Nice.
And he finishes up his song. He finishes up his little dance that he does, and he takes the record out of his head. You think that he is not going to be able to heal anyone for the rest of the day with how much magical energy has dissipated from the orb.
All right, that's about it for today, I think. Goop, really wish you had a little bit more saved up, honestly. You know, got to work on your endurance, little buddy. But oh well. You're both looking a little healthier. What are your hit points at?
I'm at 18 out of 23 now.
Not bad. And Carl, are you a bit healthier now?
I have 32 out of 48, bud.
That's with the heal.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Call took some damage. There was a mighty foe that hit him.
And the Wayfarers, which hit me.
Well,
And yourself, who hit
those were the
you.
mighty foes I was talking about.
Fairly certain that I did like 1/8 of the damage you did to yourself, not pointing fingers.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, Call, you should actually be proud. Very few have gone up against 2 Wayfarers and lived to tell the tale. So you might be the only person in history to be attacked by 2 Wayfarers and still live.
And let's not forget the backseat birdbarianing.
That's very true. You also lived from the Wayfarers tilt levels,
Yes.
and that's pretty impressive as well. Wonderful. All right, you guys are as healed up as you're going to be, unless you start using some other magical means like your potions. I think you guys are down to 4. 1 on, I just want to make sure I got it right now. So 1 on Nigel, 2 on Call. Mendax, you're holding on to none because you've already used the one that you had. Does that sound correct?
That's correct. So it should be down to 3, right? Because Carl has 2.
Yep.
Pig has 1. Yes, I do not have any.
Correct.
You interrupted him. He was saying we had 4.
Well, too late now. You have 3. Thank you for correcting my math.
Almost
I was
had
trying to
another
be
potion.
honest and nice.
I was just trying to maximize our potions, that's all.
Call going for arguably the better move here, in my opinion, but it's okay.
Sorry guys, I just went to my mind palace. So 3 potions, 2 on Carl, is it?
Yeah, 2 on Call, 1 on you, Nigel, I believe.
Okay. I don't have that one written down actually, but
What's up, Call? I saw your hand was raised.
All this talk of potions, I would like to have one.
All right, bust it. Give me 2d4 plus 2.
Healing potions taste so good. Healing potions make me feel strong. 2 plus 4 is 6.
6 plus 2, 8.
8.
Heal up for 8, my friend.
Very good. 40 hit points of bird.
So Carl, you still have 1 more potion, right? We're down to 2 now. Me 1 and you 1?
My character page just crashed. 1 moment.
No worries. Mendax, you're out of potions.
That is correct.
Yeah, we're a little bit light on healing, and I mean, I don't really think it's my forte, but I have recently learnt how to create mirror images of myself, and with our lack of healing, I may need to create another target just to spread things out. You better take the potion. So I'll pass that one to you, Mendax, since you're going to be a little bit more in harm's way.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you, Nigel. I'll take that.
I'm very begrudgingly handing it to you, honestly. It's only because I think it's our best chance, and my best chance of getting out of here alive. But honestly, I mean, I do want you to be safe as well. Not to take anything away, just please don't let me get chopped to pieces in here.
Well, I mean, even before you gave this to me, I was doing my best to draw fire away from you, so, my friendship really is not in question here, but I do appreciate you taking this step towards saving yourself. in a way that also benefits me.
It's good when our interests align, isn't it? What a tight-knit party we are.
Isn't that what true friendship is about?
All right, well, I've removed that one then. Awesome. I think we are good to go.
Okay. How would you like to approach the doors and proceed forward?
I would like to approach the door with a lot of swagger.
Okay, you kind of have some sway in your step, whether that's from your injured hip or not. No one can be too sure.
I believe that's called a pimp walk. He's got swag.
No, fair enough. Are you guys? Yeah, what's the plan?
I have an idea, guys. So we can try. It's a rather big door, and it did kind of scrape a little bit just when I tried to shift it there. But maybe if we work together, we can try to silently just open the door a little bit and peek through into this main entranceway. It's a rather big door. Looks like it's quite soundproof. So once again, even though we've seen the raiding party go out, I think we're going to have a really tough time if we alert the entire stronghold to our presence. You know, I think we need to get in, see if we can work our way to wherever they're storing the loot, get the key back, and then try to get out. So maybe see if we can stealth our way through. I might even see if I can poke the hot ghost elf babe mirror around the corner a little bit and see if I can see anything. We can maybe do a little bit of fancy extra stealth to peek around corners without getting spotted.
Have you ever been to prison, Nigel?
No. Why? Why do you ask?
Fancy mirror work. It's very impressive. Thought maybe you'd done time.
Oh, no, I'm not sure I understand the reference. Do they manufacture mirrors inside prisons where you come from?
No, but you usually use them to look around corners to see if guards are coming while other things are going on.
Oh.
Also, why did you say where I come from as if I come from prison? I don't come from prison.
Oh, I just assumed, you know, you have you're so worldly and you have such a colorful past. And
just because you found me in a prison doesn't mean I come from prisons.
So it was the first time you've ever been in one then, was it?
I don't know why we're talking about this at all right now, quite frankly.
Fair enough. Anyway, I mean, if you want, you can poke the mirror around the corner. If you want. Let's see if the door actually opens up silently or not in the first place. Anyway, since it might just scrape and grind and announce our presence. Anyways.
Are you two done yet?
Who's doing?
Should you try?
She's very sensitive. This one, honestly.
Oh, really? No, open.
They're not done yet.
Is there anything we could maybe like put under the door as a lubricant so it doesn't, you know, make as much noise?
What? We're raiding a dark tower and you're asking if anyone has lubricant. Hello?
Well, I mean, I didn't ask if you know, brought your finest warming solutions. Just some kind of liquid that could lubricate things. Some kind of oil.
Oh, I have oil in a flask.
Oh, do you think that might work to keep the door from making so much noise?
We could try.
I mean, Nigel, what do you think? You have studied doors enough to recognize doors.
Oh, I can't say it's one of my most biggest areas of expertise, but when I read about the feats of the great thief, you know, I believe his name was Cinderix, the elf. He actually did talk a little bit about picking locks, but not too much about silently opening and closing of doors. So I'm not quite sure if I can offer too much professional advice in this circumstance.
I mean, if we're worried about making noise and being seen, I think it might be a good idea to try. At least we want to save the oil to light shit on fire later.
Do you want me to put the oil beneath the door?
I mean, that's where it's grinding, isn't it?
Sure.
Or is it the hinges making noise? Is underneath it grinding?
Yes.
Yes, I believe it was underneath it.
We're just performing some door maintenance here. They've been neglecting their upkeep.
Maybe you guys can pass for like servicemen, you know, like, oh, we're just here to squeak the doors.
Yes, with a maintenance
We
crew.
got the invoice.
We're gonna fix this door and everything will be fine. So I would
The
like to.
gargoyles let us in.
I have a flask of oil. It's mainly meant for lanterns, that kind of thing. But we can use it as a makeshift a door fixer-upper.
Worst case scenario, if we have to escape back through the door, there will still be a pool of oil. If anything is chasing us, boom, fireball from Nigel, lights it up, wall of fire protecting our backs if we run out the front door.
I like this idea. In fact, this is a sort of improvised weaponry we could have prepared earlier and more often, now that you say it. You know, I can set trees on fire. If you decide to throw handfuls or pots of oil onto people's faces beforehand, I can set them aflame and potentially burn them. For now, anyways, how many Wayfarers does it take to grease a door? Let's find out. Let's get in here.
All right, so the plan is using up the oil flask that Call has to try to grease the bottom of the door so that it doesn't scrape against the stone ground, right? That's what I got out of this whole thing. Just want to make sure I'm...
It's a pound of oil. We need the whole pound?
I don't think we need the whole pound.
No, you got to use the whole thing. You can't just
Oh, you do?
Wow.
Yeah, you can.
Get it lubed up, baby. Make it nice and slick. Let's go.
I will do my best.
All right, so Call goes to work trying to get the oil underneath the door frame, if you will, to make the opening of the door less noisy. It takes you a couple minutes to use up the rest of that flask of oil. You can go ahead and remove that from your inventory. And then, yeah, I mean, who knows if it'll work? You'll just have to find out.
Do I need to roll anything?
No, you just gotta again, tell me how you're gonna, are you like just barely cracking the door open? Are you swinging it? Are you running in? How do you want to open the door? Normally, I don't care how you open doors, but this is kind of an important door to open.
Well, we're trying to be stealthy here, so I wouldn't just swing it open all at once. I would try to pull a little bit and see if it gives much and if it makes any sound.
Okay, sounds good.
Is it a pull or a push? Because Carl looks like he's pulling and Nigel looks like he's pushing. And I want to make sure that we actually open the door. I feel like those might counteract each other.
He's strong enough, it won't matter. He's...
Orcish engineering, actually. The left side is a push, the right side is a pull. So there you go. Your choice. Or both. Whatever you want to do.
So when you say orcish engineering, you mean they accidentally put one of the doors on upside down, right? So it...
Or it was completely intentional. Mind games, dude. Psychological advantage.
Now I'm just picturing a spinning door.
Okay. Call. You begin to pull on the right side of the doorway, and the oil is indeed helpful in reducing the noise that it makes. So nice thinking there, guys. Good job. It's not completely gone, but it certainly is even reduced from when you tried it out, Nigel. As you open the door and you sort of like, break that seal, you can now kind of hear and see inside. You hear a cacophony of noise. There is a fight happening inside. There's glasses breaking. There are plates smashing against the ground. You hear yells, roars. From your adventures, you can tell that all of these they're kind of just orcish noises. You don't hear any humans. You don't hear any dwarves, anything that you can catch immediately. And you move to kind of peek inside the door. And I think this is probably a solid spot to take our halfway break. So let's just break here for now. We'll be back in our 5 minutes. Give everyone a quick stretch, bathroom break, refill your waters as we move into the lava tower, the dark tower. I don't know, I haven't really named it yet.
The Orcish Stronghold of Doom.
The despicable gargoyle-guarded Tower of Death.
All of those strong contenders. I will take it all under advisement. Thank you.
and we'll be back in a few moments. We are back with Wayfarers, and we weren't talking about anything lewd during the break. It's good to have you back. And we've
Very true.
just lubricated the doorway and heard some crashing about inside.
Yes. So, Carl, you are able to open the door wide enough and maybe even push the other door out of the way slightly, as you hear a lot of commotion, a lot of ruckus. Then you peek your head inside, so we can go ahead and throw up the map for the entrance here, so everyone get a good view of what is happening. There we go, perfect. Oh, that's the correct one, but I sent you another one. That's fine. We can use this one though. That's not a problem. Oh, we're switching around. We're switching around. In the second one I sent, it was all blank, so I didn't have any orcs or anything standing around, so we could kind of just adjust as necessary. Thought it might be a little confusing if we had objects everywhere that I couldn't move around. It might mess with stuff. But in that quick flash of inspiration, you got a quick peek and darted back out just as quickly. You see approximately eight different figures, all in a sort of flurry. They are fighting each other. They are kind of breaking different objects in this room. It looks like they're having some kind of disagreement among themselves. And they are hashing it out as all good orcs do, with their fists and with their weapons and with their claws. Yeah, so here's the kind of cleaned map up here. You guys are entering from the very north side here. And you can see that the main area is sort of these three, or this kind of half walled off section. It's like a half walls, if you will, kind of these pillars of stone, and these broken sort of almost ruins that have been kind of cobbled together. In the center, there's several tables, a lot of discarded food, broken glass, broken plates all over the ground. You get a very, very strong sense of smell kind of emanating from the inside. It is not pleasant. It smells like all manner of rot and death and just stink. It just smells terrible. Yeah, it's not good. And it's all warm, so it's even worse. In the center, there is a giant ragged wolf pelt from what looks like one of their kills out along the way. But yeah, what immediately catches you are these eight orcs that are all fighting each other. They sort of paired off, and they're punching each other, they're wrestling each other to the ground, they're yelling curses in Orcish that you cannot understand. You have gone undetected in opening the door.
So, I believe Mendak should do the honors? Or shall I?
Can you see, are we sneaking in, or shall we simply charge in and instigate a fight?
The fight has already been instigated, brother. We are late.
I'd say it's best to let them fight each other, hopefully reduce their numbers, and we go stealthy at first.
Can you see, do you want to just sneak up on them, or try and work our way past?
I'm going to go with perhaps work our way past, maybe sneak over to the little walls and crawl underneath, like just duck walk underneath them, or army crawl, whichever you like.
It's a
Carl might have to
perfectly
army
good
crawl.
brawl.
Well,
Carl has missed out. It's been a while since he's been in part of a good brawl. That is true.
okay.
They're having such a good
Wait,
time.
how many orcs can we see?
It's 8.
8 orcs. I'm going to go with sneaking.
Well, if I go in, will you cover me?
I mean, we will if we have to, but I also am a little worried about taking on 8 of them all at once. I mean, it seems like they're already in a little bit of a bloodlust. As distracted as they are, I think the moment they see some non-orcs invading their home, they'll all turn on us.
I think, Carl, what if we sneak until we find out who wins the fight? And then you can bludgeon the victors. You don't want to fight the weaker people anyway. There's no glory in fighting the losers. You want to fight the best.
Fine. I'm not pleased with this, but it's a 2/3 vote to be sneaky.
Yes, I do think this is the best compromise.
I will grumpily sneak alongside you.
Thanks,
Okay.
Carl.
I hate it.
3 grumpy
It's
sneakers.
a good brawl, to be fair.
It looks like it's a very nice brawl. It'll be best. The best brawl, though, is the one that you always win. And I don't think we can guarantee a win versus 8 orcs.
Well, I'll sneak along then.
All right, so we're opting for the stealth route, as I understand. Who is leading, and where are you guys going? I'll kind of designate one of you guys as you're leading the way, and then I'll have it so everyone else just follows along, I'm assuming.
Mendax leads. I'll probably go in the middle, and Carl bring up the rear.
Do you feel safest there, Nigel?
Yes. We've always got to
Nigel
protect the
always
greatest
loves
asset.
being the meat in the sandwich.
What can I say? You two are a fantastic set of comrades. Definitely not my bodyguards who I bring on my adventures.
Fine.
All right, sounds perfect. Go ahead, everyone, give me some stealth rolls.
I got a nat 20 plus 5. Give me that 25, Daddy. Sorry.
Guess who else got a natural 20 with a +3? That's a 23. Carl.
Nat
gotta-
20. Nat 20 dance.
Come on, Nigel.
I got a natural 20 as well. I'm not even
Oh.
kidding.
Oh, that's lame.
Stealth squad.
All right.
Dance.
Well
Where's
done.
the air horn sound effect? Do we not have an air horn sound effect? A rap air horn?
That would blow our cover.
Nat 20. Oh, don't fuck us. We're in your fucking hole. We're creeping around the outside. Can't see us now. What you gonna do? Bitch, take our bow, because we all got 20s. We're all so cool. Taking these orcs back to old school, and we're going with Carl, the thick ass bird, and we got Nigel, who's a motherfucking verge, in this. Bitch, yes we are. Okay, I'm done. I've had enough. I've had enough whiskey.
That was amazing.
And now my horns are...
Oh my god. Okay.
Did we blow our cover with the rap mixtape?
You have 8 orcs just staring at you, kind of clapping along a little bit, and then going like, "Wait a second." All right, you guys are the essence of shadow. You are the very words of silence. Mendax, how are you guys sneaking through here? What would you like to do? So, from what you can see right now, you see sort of that main area where there are some discarded crates. There are some other just looking debris. That is where 4 orcs are currently kind of fighting each other. One of them has the other one kind of like thrown up against the wall, and he's just punching him in the face. The other 2 are kind of just having a knuckle drag out fight. There are 2 orcs to the right. So if you're looking at it from the top down perspective, over where that kind of green pile of rotten food is, that are fighting there. And then 2 on the left, which is presumably the corridor that would lead you further into the tower.
Okay, so the corridor is like the left area where all the skeletons and kind of things are. That's where the corridor is off of.
So a little bit of the map got cut off, but essentially the left side. So if you flip it, right, because you guys are coming from the top, the very top.
Right from the top, right? Oh, so okay, looking at
from
it.
that perspective, yes. On the left side, you can kind of snake your way around, and yes, there is that kind of drained grates area where those corpses are hanging out. But you can't see 100% what's over there. You do see kind of the beginnings of a pile of corpses. As again, these are kind of half walls, so it doesn't cut off your vision completely.
Okay, and the right side, then us looking at the map right now, the right side is the corridor where we need to go.
Correct. If you're just looking at the map right now, it's the right side. Yep.
I feel like we just go towards the right side. However, if we look through these corpses, we might find something. Aha, okay, I see.
Yeah. So this one, the perspective of this one got a little skewed because I think my resolution I sent was a little too small. So this does give a little bit more definition to it.
This is beautiful. No, I love these maps. I'm going to take us around to the left-hand side then. The last time I dove into a pile of corpses, I found the ball that gave us goop. So there could be shoes and pants over there.
So you're going to work your way around now the left side from the entrance, looking into the room, you mean? So left side all the way going around, right?
No,
right.
Sorry. The left side of me looking at the map now, but if I'm first person viewing it from where I'm at, actually.
Okay, so you're going to try to go to
the right.
The half wall over there.
Yeah, I want to go that way exactly to go towards the grate with the corpses.
Okay, so there is like some rubble that is impeding the pathway over there. You'd have to somehow climb over that and into the corpse pile, but if that's cool with you, then that's absolutely fine.
Are you guys down with a little bit of corpse diving? Would you rather go around the other way?
I don't give a fuck.
I'll sneak right through anything.
All right.
Triple nat 20. Wayfarers in the house. What's up?
Yeah, triple nat 20 on a stealth check, man. Come on. Just totally evading my 8 orcs. They were hungry for battle. But, well done, well done. Well, I'm sure there'll be some more combat ahead. Menex, take us through. How do you proceed? There is a brawl, a bar fight, if you will, which you've navigated many of those successfully.
Caused a lot of those.
You have caused and then ducked out of a lot of those.
It's called strategy. Okay, then I'd like to stay as close as possible to the bottom of the wall. I'm not army crawling, but I am very much almost like crab crawling, towards the front. Just knees up around your ears, arms down. Yes, kind of exactly. Just what Nigel's doing with that exact look on my face. Just going around the side of that wall. Once we get to the debris, I'm going to just try to sneak a very slight peek. Oh, maybe not. I might ask one of them to take a slight peek over the top. I do have these, a bit of a dead giveaway. So before I go over there, just Nigel, would you mind just peek over covertly? Anyone looking at us? Still fighting? Still good?
So let me zhuzh it up with some fluff there. As you guys enter the room, and you now all three get a true sense of the scene that is before you. It is very similar looking to a bar fight, which all three of you have seen, and some of you have even been a part of. The orcs are, which you can only assume, shouting curses at each other. They're mad over something, but none of you speak Orcish, so you don't know exactly what. It doesn't take much to piss off an orc, so it could have been literally anything. But they're going all out. Now, these orcs, just to give you a bit of a description of them, they have sort of a very similar to the previous ones that you fought. If you remember those ones, they had sort of these metal rusted parts that were bolted to their arms and legs, and they have some similar looking, we'll say, armor, if you will. There is one in particular that seems to have a ton that's bolted to his back and his chest. It looks like he's been around for a while and has been able to accumulate enough battles and live through enough that he's able to bolt enough of this armor to his body. So he almost looks just like a walking robot in a sense, with how much is there. His teeth are some of them are rotted out, but replaced by, again, those kind of different kind of jagged metal pieces, as it looks like they have some unnatural resistance to the various infections that you would get from certainly doing this to your body. But all the other ones have various scraps that are essentially bolted to their arms. One of them in particular has like a metal claw. You can see his arm looks like it got cut off at some point, and they've replaced it with like some kind of metal hooked blade claw appendage. But none of them have noticed you, as you are all, again, just the sneakiest son of a guns that this tower has ever had the chance of having. And you're able to sneak around, if we're looking just straight at the map here, the left side, over where the rotten cheese wheels and fish are, where they throw the discarded trash. There is two of the orcs there that are fighting each other. As you're staying low to the ground and staying along the edge of the wall, right before you're able to pass in front of the pair of orcs that are fighting there, one of them gets thrown into the wall, and you kind of freeze for a moment, as they're literally maybe a couple of feet away from you at this point. And the orc that does the throwing moves in and bites off the other one's ear, and then throws him against another wall. And you guys proceed forward, making sure to crawl over the orcish ear that's now on the ground and has joined the discards pile, if you will. And you move forward.
Can I pocket the ear?
You can do whatever the hell you want.
You never know. You
Orcish
never know.
ear. Add it to the inventory. It better be in the inventory next time I look.
I'm going to put it in right now.
All right, fair enough. And you move forward. You're now in the trash pile, what you can assume. I mean, this entire kind of room looks like a trash pile, but there are discarded fish bones, moldy old cheese, just different amalgamations of discarded drinks, spit. It's very gross where you're at, but you're now in front of that half wall where there is an even more disgusting pile of corpses.
Yay!
Hooray! What would you like to do? You said you wanted to peek over first before proceeding forward, just to make sure you're in the clear. Who's going to do that? And how are you going to proceed?
I guess I'm kind of peeking over ahead now that the horniness of Mendax could present a problem there. So I'm our peeker.
So often it presents a problem, let me tell you.
Give me a you kind of peek your head above, and you see above the half wall and the pile of corpses that are sort of piled up here. They're in various stages of decay. You see different races, elves, kind of halflings, dwarves, humans, a couple of tieflings. It's all manner of non-orcish bodies that have been kind of just piled up in this area. Give me a perception check as you see two orcs that are sitting down and kind of leaning against the pile here.
12.
A 12. Okay. You notice, and this goes off of your experience in the past, that these orcs in particular are very docile, but they're not asleep. They're kind of like zoning out and just like looking around. You can tell that they are on drugs.
Ooh. Be getting into the bags of spices, no doubt. Ah.
All the spices.
And we have to go right past them.
Yes, past them you see, in fact, a ladder that leads up into the ceiling, into essentially like a trap door, like an attic kind of deal.
Okay. After peeking, look at Mendax. I point just over the wall.
Do you understand what he means?
No idea.
Okay.
Peek. Take a look. So you can both look over.
I'm looking over.
I think they're wasted. I think we might be able to sneak right past them.
Okay.
Do you think we should have a distraction? You're a wizard. Why don't you conjure a rabbit or something?
I mean, I feel like they're already fairly distracted.
Okay, should we sneak around them?
I think we could. Oh, you mean the stoned ones?
Yes.
Yes, just okay.
Can we
All right. I'm going to just without hesitation.
manufacture?
We can't really take any time to discuss. So without hesitating, I'm going to pull out my wand and take Carl's suggestion. We're going to cast a minor illusion, a very slight one. So I'm going to just create a little butterfly that goes in front of these two orcs and try to just basically lead their vision over to the wall so that we can sneak right behind them. So I'm just trying to grab their eyes and pull them away from us as we sneak past.
Ooh.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. So again, just to do the reference here, they're kind of on either side of that pile of corpses, and as you summon this butterfly illusion, they definitely notice it, and they're bewildered even more so than before, as the whatever they're on must be working really well. They kind of reach out their hands, and they're like trying to gain their balance and stand up, but they're kind of stumbling a little bit. The one on the left does get up, and he like starts kind of just stumbling over to the wall that you have this butterfly moving to.
All right. And yeah, we'll try and sneak right through then.
Okay. You guys go and you kind of move over the pile of trash, which is again very gross, and onto the pile of corpses. You're gonna like go over the wall. It's a fairly unpleasant feeling. You kind of pause on the corpse pile as the orc that's there is still like stumbling to get up. Each of you give me a perception roll.
I've got
16.
a 10.
7.
7. All right. Nigel, you notice looking at this orc that his belt that he has to keep his pants up is looped around a lever, and he starts to stand up. So for this reflex save, you'll get advantage because you're kind of prepped for this. But everyone give me a reflex save as he stands up, coincidentally pulling the lever with him, and the pile of corpses kind of just boom and goes down into some sewage level.
Oh my gosh.
So you get 2d20, Nigel, and you can take the highest.
Come on, Nigel. Don't you fuck us on this.
I got a 5 and a 7. Do I get a bonus on these?
Yeah, whatever your dexterity save is. Sorry.
Dex, +2, so that'd be a 9.
Okay, so Nigel is with a 9. Colin, Mendax, what do you guys get?
Oh, I didn't know I'd do it as well.
Yeah, you each both do it.
Is it
Nigel
rolling with
gets
advantage?
Only Nigel got advantage because he noticed it before.
Oh, okay. Well then. I got a 16.
Okay.
13.
All right. Nigel and Call, you guys plummet to the darkness below. Mendax, you in your cat-like reflexes are able to grab out to the half wall and hold yourself up. As the illusion is broken from those two orcs, as soon as Nigel plummets down below, they stand there bewildered, looking at a wall, kind of scratching at it, next to the ladder. No one's noticed you quite yet, Mendax, but you're hanging onto a wall, hanging down. Call and Nigel, you guys enter the basement level of the tower. And we have a map for that, Cobra, if you wouldn't mind bringing that one up. Or Neuro. whichever one of you can get to it quick enough.
Who's fastest?
I think I titled it The Sewers.
Is it
Oh,
this?
there's gonna be a fucking mermaid then, for sure.
Is it this?
There's going to be a mermaid.
Yes, it is indeed that. This is where their trash, their corpses, and their refuse is just simply tossed. Now, Call and Nigel, each of you are going to take 3 damage from that fall. It's not a lengthy fall. You didn't fall for too long, but you certainly didn't land properly, as you are now laying amongst broken glass, different, just discarded, trashed wood, bits of metal, and a lot of bones, and a lot of corpses.
I would guess that it smells pretty bad.
It smells horrible.
Okay. That's a good guess. So
You're literally just been plummeted into essentially a graveyard that people also throw trash in.
I don't still have your shoes by any chance. No, I'm wearing just regular shoes, I believe, right now. I think you've got the special shoes in your pack, right, Mendax?
No, you never gave them to me. You had the shoes, and I thought at the end of last week you put them on.
Yeah, you have the special shoes on.
Yeah, at the very end.
Okay. Let me put those back in my inventory.
They are immaculately clean.
Oh, even after my foot went through the ribcage of this corpse that I'm standing on. Oh my! Really is a spectacular enchantment on these.
Worth every penny.
thanks to my amazing bartering skills.
Yes, very much so. Well done, Carl. You got them back. That was the important thing.
So,
how would you like to proceed? Call and Nigel, you guys are now in a very dark Call. You can see fairly well. Nigel, you can see well enough. There's light that's coming in from these kind of the opening above, if you will, and it's a 10-foot drop from the top there to where you guys are now. Actually, a little larger than that. I'm sorry. It's about a 15-foot drop.
are you all right, Nigel?
Yes. I cut my leg a little bit on some of the glass, but I'm okay. Is the trapdoor already closed?
No, the trapdoor is still open. Mendax, you can see that the lever did not reset back into place once that worked. Now that you kind of have realized what caused it. There are a couple of corpses and bodies that are hanging from the grates that have kind of got stuck and wedged in, so they're kind of just like hanging down into this pit.
This place is gross.
Should we get Mendax to throw a rope down and climb back up? This place is disgusting.
Are you guys okay?
Yes, we're fine. Do you have a rope?
I do have rope. I can tie it up to the grate here so that you can climb up. And do you see a way out?
Yes,
is there any other doors? Okay, first of all, language.
Second of all, your rope.
Neuro or Call and Nigel, both give me a reflex save.
Oh crap.
Or sorry, dexterity save. I always say reflex. It's what it used to be in 3.5. Okay, can I just say terrible change to 5th edition? Bring back reflex save. God damn it.
14.
21.
Okay. All right, both of you are successful as you feel the sludge and slime beneath your feet begin to coalesce into form. As 2 gelatinous cubes begin to form beneath your feet, you're able to dodge out of the way in time.
Ew.
There are essentially the street cleaners of the sewer have found new things to eat, and they have set their sights on you.
Mendax, throw a rope.
I'm
Carl,
throwing the. I've tied it off and I'm throwing the rope.
Put on your spider gloves and you climb. I'm gonna go up the rope. You might be able to climb up even without the rope. I'm not sure. Can you climb up the wall, or will we both need to go up the rope?
So you guys are in the center of. It's about a 30 by 30 room. So the walls do extend 15 feet up, and there it is like a continuous ceiling. So theoretically, yes, you could make it to a wall and start climbing up with the spider gloves.
Okay, maybe we'll just both go up the rope then, actually, because then he'd need to be climbing like upside down on the ceiling to actually get to the trapdoor, right?
Spider-Man it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, even with the spider gloves, that sounds a little bit tricksy. So, yeah, I'm going up the rope first, though. I'm very afraid right now. I'm just gonna run for it and try to evade these gelatinous cubes and see if I can climb.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an initiative. Mendax, you as well. We'll do yours as an initiative to see how quickly you're able to spring into action and save your companions.
Okay, initiative.
We're all rolling?
Everyone roll, yes, please.
13.
Mine isn't. You don't get any bonuses, right? So it's just an 11.
You should have an initiative on your page. You can add that.
Oh, yeah, of course. Right. 15,
oh, wait, where's the initiative?
It's
It's
next to your
next
armor class.
Yes.
Oh,
I
plus 3.
always
Oh,
forget
good.
about
Okay,
that.
14. Thank you.
20.
Okay, so 14 for Mendax. Nigel, what did you get?
15.
15. Okay. And let's see what my 2 cube buddies get. Oh, goddamn. Oh.
I love it when you sound disappointed. And this is, I just go, yes.
All right. Call, you are able to act first.
Oh, but Nigel is climbing the rope first.
The rope hasn't been thrown down quite yet.
Oh, well, why don't I just hit a motherfucker?
You're more than welcome to do that. One of the actions you can do as well, just so you guys know kind of mechanically, is you can decide to hold your action and wait for a specific thing. So for instance, if, let's say, Mendax has no difficulties throwing a rope down to you guys, you could say, I will wait until the rope is thrown down, and then I will start climbing it. You could, for instance, do that if you wanted to.
No, I'd rather create some space for Nigel.
All right, I dig it. There are 2 cubes, one that was kind of forming under where you were at and one where Nigel was. Which one would you like to attack? They're both within 5 feet of each other.
Let's do the one closer to Nigel.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and give me a to-hit roll.
It's going to be an 8.
An 8. Fucking all right, you are able to hit it.
What?
Are you serious? Yep, I guess so. Yep, these are not very. They're not made to not be hit. Let's put it that
The
way.
biggest 8. Nice. Okay.
What?
Well, then it's
Surprise!
a D12. Get some damage.
Yeah, get some damage in there, bud.
Okay, so that's 3 plus 4 because it's sharp. Plus 2 makes it 6 because... Oh, wait. No, I'm not in a rage. But then...
No, you're not in a rage.
Sorry. 3 plus 1 is 4, and then plus 5 because I'm strong. So that's 9.
Indeed, 9 damage. The cube kind of jiggles back and forth a little bit as your scythe passes clean through it. Some of the material of the ooze itself, which is again just the slime and muck from this like dungeon level, is kind of cast off as you hit it. You have no indication if that has done anything at all, but you also don't know that it didn't.
It's good practice either way.
Yes, it is. Nigel, your turn.
I'm going to... Well, we're right underneath already, so I don't really have anywhere to run. In between shouting frantically, Mendax, throw us the rope! I guess I will turn, and seeing Carl in combat, I'll feel inspired to help my comrade, and I will shoot a firebolt at the same one. So that's going to be a D20, 8 plus 5, that's 13.
Yeah, that is going to be definitely a hit there. You're hitting the same one that Carl did, right? You said?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Like to focus that damage as much as possible.
Absolutely.
4 damage.
4 damage. Clean. Again, some of the exterior of the ooze begins to sizzle and bubble in a sense. Mendax, your turn.
I'm going to tie off and throw the fucking rope. So they just get off my back about it.
Okay, how are you doing then? So you left off. You're hanging onto the wall to not fall into this pit.
Right. I'm just remembering from the image of the grate. The grate itself looked like it was made of either bones or metal bars.
Yep.
Like things
And
of
those
bars.
have kind of all fallen inwards. Kind of.
Oh, the bars just disappeared.
Yeah,
Oh, I
well,
was thinking they like folded in. Okay, and I got tied off there. So there's nothing really for me. Okay, then I have to pull myself up and find something to tie it off on.
Correct. You can go to where those orcs were, but who knows how long they'll remain stoned. We'll see.
I'm gonna have to depend on the stone. I'm gonna depend on their drugs there. Because I think I need to pop up and then go to whatever is nearest, but still with a bit of cover, to try to wrap the rope around. Even if I can't tie it, at least to use it as a leverage for me to hold on to it so that they can pull themselves up.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, you are able to, with the dexterity save you had, pretty much. Well, you know what? We'll go through the motions. Give me an acrobatics check. Make sure you can land the dismount here.
Okay. 17.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for it. Plus 7. So
Nice.
24.
Absolutely.
Once you
no
said
problem.
acrobatics, I got so excited. That's my best advantage. I get plus 7 on all of those.
That's crazy. It's actually crazy. Do you want to? There's sort of 3 spots you could land here. In that center area where the 4 orcs were brawling, by where those 2 orcs stood up, where the lever is, or back on the trash side of the wall.
I think back on the trash side of the wall. There's not many orcs on the trash side of the wall, correct?
There were just the 2 that were fighting
Just those 2.
a bit ways away. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll do that one.
Okay, sounds good. You're able to land with that acrobatics. You can still have another action as well. What would you like to do?
Okay. Tie off the rope on something, or at least wrap it around something for leverage, and toss the end in.
Okay, there's nothing really nearby that you can tie the rope off. Oh, well, there is the pillar that's near you, but you would have to, like, either try to swing the rope around and catch it again, kind of Indiana Jones style, if you will, or move around the pillar to tie it off, because you can't essentially get the rope around the side.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's try to swing it Indiana Jones style then. I feel like that's the fastest.
Okay.
The safest way.
Let's see. We'll go with acrobatics or sleight of hand. I'll let you choose which one you would like to do there.
I mean, I'm going to go with acrobatics. This is plus 7.
Okay, sounds
Sleight
good.
of hand's not bad though. It is a plus 3. 16 plus 7. So.
All right, 23. Definitely more than you need, as you're able to leverage the rope easily enough around this pillar and tie it off and throw in the remainder of it into the pit below. It is more than enough rope length to go down there, and it's like coiled up on the bottom, essentially. Colin Mendax, you see a rope miraculously falling from the sky and hit towards the center of where you guys are, somewhat close to the ooze, but not like crazy close.
Nigel, that's your cue.
Indeed.
Before we get to that, though, we get my cubes. My cubes do get a turn now, guys. Come on.
Attack of the Killer.
Indeed. They are going to kind of move towards each other. They're not extremely fast moving. You could sense you could probably outrun these if you needed to. And they are going to move towards each other and kind of form into one larger cube. So where they were about a 2x2 cube, I guess, before, they have now doubled in size, even though that's not exactly how math works. We'll say that they're 4x4 now, and quite a bit larger than before. And they are going to move. So the rope was very near where they merged together. Where the rope was coiled on the bottom, you can see it's actually eaten away where the ooze has moved over top of it, almost like a slug trail. And it has begun to pass into the rope that's in front of it and has dissolved the 4 feet that are hanging from the ground.
God damn it. Get away from our rope, you dirty slime.
Can you still reach it?
It's 4 feet above the ground, and there's a cube kind of underneath it.
Well, yeah.
You
I
can
think
try to
Carl will be it'll be your turn to go first, though, I believe. So
It is Carl's turn. What would you like to do, my friend?
Well, I would like to fight this thing and maybe get it out of the way if possible.
Okay.
I think I'll just attack it and see what happens.
Sounds good.
Okay. We're gonna do a swing to hit. Let's see. That's going to be a big 7.
Surprisingly, still enough to hit.
Amazing.
It is literally like hitting a stationary target, and it is square. It is.
No, it's not. It's really hard, Colin. You're doing great. It's amazing.
Thank you.
see what happens when you swing through the hips?
Yes, it's just 100% success. Okay. D12. Getting a 12. It's pretty good.
Oh!
That's pretty damn good.
And then plus 6 on top of that. That's going to be an 18.
That is indeed going to be an 18. A large chunk. I mean, again, this is very similar to fighting like Jello. You kind of cleave a large chunk out of it and just like splatter it against the ground. As it begins to sort of reduce in size a little bit to continue to form that perfect square.
Nice. Should give Nigel a bit more room.
Get the hell away from that rope. I am not going to try and jump over it or through it to get to the rope now because it's grossing me out. I'm just going to try and burn it. I'm going to burn it. The crap out of that stupid thing.
Okay.
So,
Give it a burn.
firebolt, and that is a 4 + 5, a 9.
That's going to hit as well.
You guys are just
Thankfully.
like so good at this.
Thank you.
8 damage.
All right. You sling a firebolt into this cube, and again singe and bubble away some of the slimy exterior. You can see through it. This is a kind of a transparent object. It's definitely cloudy and muddy by the kind of grime that inhabits this place. You can see that there are bones and skulls and different kind of material that are just sort of suspended in animation in the middle of it. But you deal that damage. How much did you do again?
8.
8.
Yeah, so it's like a trash abomination, essentially, right?
It's like a trash abomination. That's a good way to put it. Absolutely. Mendax, your turn.
Okay. I'm watching this from above. I think an arrow would be a waste, and I'm not jumping down there with my dagger to jump into this acidic jello, so...
What?
Okay, I know you want me to because I taught your demons, but I will not be jumping feet first into this acidic jello sludge. I don't really like jello. So I don't think there's much I can do offensively. So what I would like to do then is to just peek around and ensure that we've not been spotted above from where I'm at, that the orcs are still stoned. Is there any chance for me to, like, potentially after doing that, like, to take the rope at the base, at the top of the grate, yes, at the top of the grate, and kind of whip it around so that perhaps Nigel or somebody could catch it on a swing?
You can certainly try.
Oh, I'm certainly going to try.
Go for it.
That's what I'll do.
So you do kind of look around very quickly. The orcs are still brawling. The two that were distracted from that butterfly have stopped clawing against the wall, and they're now just kind of staring at it a little bit.
All right, that's good enough for me. And so now I'd just like to take the rope and see where Nigel's at. Yeah, for Nigel! And try to whip it around just enough to get around the cube so that he doesn't have to go through it or over it, that maybe he could reach out or dash forward and grab it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So are you like continuously trying to do that? It's kind of a one-time thing, and Nigel is not next, so that's good. It takes a little coordination to try to.
Okay, then yes,
Well,
I'd just like to sit up there and keep doing that for a bit.
Keep spinning the rope around.
I would like to treat Nigel like he's like a little pet kitty cat. It just keeps stringing that rope about in front of him.
Okay, sure.
The rope. You the rope.
Absolutely. You can 100% do that. Next up is the cube. Now fully formed here. It is going to move to you, Neuro. It is not, again, very quick, but it is able to cover the distance. It is going to... It's essentially going to just keep moving at you. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
$10
Total?
total. 7
Okay.
plus 3 is 10.
7 plus 3 is indeed 10. You are not actually able to evade out of the way, as this cube moved a little faster than you were giving it credit for at the time. You saw how slowly it moved at first, but now it picked up speed and kind of lunged at you for the rest of it. You are now being engulfed inside of the cube, and will take... a total of 11 damage as acid begins to eat away at your skin and your fingers. And you are being kind of consumed by this cube.
This is gross.
It is indeed gross. It feels strangely pleasantly warm.
Yet
I'm not
hurts
making a
as
joke.
well.
Yeah, it hurts
Not
a
making
lot.
a joke.
That's good.
Mm-mm.
I'm proud of you, Mendex. You've come a long way. Carl, what would you like to do?
Well, seeing as how I'm already on top of my target, why not go into a rage as a bonus action?
Sure. At this point, you have been consumed by the cube in totality. Go ahead. You can go into a rage. That's fine. Any sound you make is muffled. So if you go for the call, yell it. No one's going to be able to hear it, unfortunately.
Blub, 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 blub.
Perfect. That is 100% what happens. Your only thing that you can do right now is give me a strength check.
Do I have advantage because I'm raging?
Is it advantage you get or just a bonus? What do you get? Oh, and then what form are you taking for your rage as well?
Bite.
Bite. You do. You get advantage on strength checks, so you get 2d20, take the highest.
Natural 20.
Okay, you, with ease, are able to break your way out of the cube. You don't do any damage as you break out, but you're able to move and kind of put yourself 5 feet away from it as you are no longer suffocating on acidy sludge.
Fuck Jello!
Anything else you would like to do for your turn? That is just, I think, a bonus action to escape.
You know, I've seen the young, scantily clad lass pop out of the birthday cake. I've never seen a birdbarian just pop out of the jello like that, but just as happy to see it.
I would like to take a swing at this motherfucker.
All right, go ahead and swing away.
$19.
19. That is way more than enough to hit.
9 plus 1 because it's sharp is 10. plus 2 because I'm raging is 12, plus 5 because I'm strong is 17.
Alrighty, sounds good. 17 damage. More of the cube has been cut off, essentially. Nigel, we'll head over to your turn, my friend. A very, very strong attack there. Calm.
Die, you stupid thing. God damn. This thing is more deadly than I thought. I'm going to set it on fire again. So let's go one more time. It's a 7 plus 5, 12. And come on. I'm channeling all of my rage and heat. I just saw that thing burn Carl's feathers off a little bit. Let's go. 5 damage.
Aw, snap. 5 damage. All right, 5 damage done. Again, the singe, the bubble, as the cube is continuing to be reduced in size, it seems, with all the damage that you guys do. Yeah, absolutely. Another solid and consistent hit from Nigel the Wizard. Firebolt has yet to fail. I don't think you've missed a single one tonight, actually. That's pretty good.
Oh, don't say that. Because right when you say something like that, somebody crits.
That's superstition.
Right now, I'm batting 1,000 for those kind of statements prior to crits tonight, so...
Big true.
I hope someone proves me wrong. I hope.
Max, your turn. Are you still kind of, like, swirling the rope around?
Yeah, I mean, nobody's going for it. I am circling this rope right above their heads, and they're completely ignoring it.
That is very true. That is exactly what's happening.
They literally could have grabbed it at any time. Yeah, I think I still have to do that. I don't have any way to attack without losing a weapon, and I don't have many weapons left to lose. So I can't do that. So...
No worries.
Yes, as long...
I will say the stoned orcs have turned around and are beginning to saunter back to their starting places, which was about 5 feet away.
Okay.
They don't seem to notice about anything, but you know they're moving.
Okay. Can I take the orc ear that I have and throw it past their faces away from me to hopefully distract them in that direction?
Yeah, sure. I will say you have to choose one or the other. Either swing the rope more or throw the ear.
Well, they're ignoring the rope, so fuck them. Throwing the orc ear.
Okay. Give me just a simple. We'll go acrobatics even. That's fine.
Okay. An 18 plus 7.
Okay. Where would you like to pinpoint accuracy throw this ear?
I would like to pinpoint accuracy, whichever one is on my right-hand side, should go right across the bridge of their orc nose. Not to smack them in the face, but enough to just like glance off of it and then continue on, so that it hits them and they go, oop, and they look at where it went. And then they want to go investigate what it was.
Sounds good. You do all of that except for any of the parts where they noticed that an ear flew past them.
God damn it. What a waste of a good ear.
You tried. They just...
I did try.
They do not seem to register.
Oh, then they're high as
Or
F.
so used to just orcish body parts being cast aside that they just don't care. It doesn't register anymore.
Fair enough. Party on.
Alrighty. Call. The cube is once again starting to move towards you and lunges at you, my friend. Give me a reflex save. The dexterity save. I hate this game.
3.5.
Come on.
6.
Wow. Okay. Even though you're kind of like ready to go, you were like trying to juke away from it. It is not good enough, and it anticipates your movement somehow, and it engulfs you once again.
Shit.
It deals a total of 12 damage.
Oh!
Why is this slow-moving Jello cube More dangerous than orcs, more dangerous than giant gargoyle statues that come to life.
I don't know, man.
Fuck Jello. I will never eat it again. Not that I eat it
How much
anyway.
health are you at, Colm?
17.
Ooh! We getting down there. We've put some spice on the thick ass bird. All right. Call, it goes to your turn. Once again, the all too familiar sensation of burning over your entire body and essentially drowning in toxic sludge. Go ahead, give me a strength check to try and break free. You do have advantage as you are still raging.
First one is a 8. Second one is also an 8.
Total?
3 plus 5 is 8. 3 plus 5 is 8.
You are not able to break free, my friend.
Oh my gosh.
You are stuck in the cube.
Oh.
Yikes. All right. That is your turn. Nigel, on to you, my man. You can attempt to pull him out.
Can I do that and then still attack?
Negative.
If I pull him out though, because it's gone past him in the order, he's not going to get to go until the next turn, right?
Correct. He spent his turn kind of trying to swim and flail around inside this toxic sludge cube, unsuccessfully finding his way out.
I would like to cry out to Nigel and say, blub, 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 blub.
Nigel, you hear the death throes of a Kenku.
All right, let me just see. So, what is the best way to get you out of there while killing it and not killing you? Without grabbing you, because I want to kill the thing at the same time, or it's just going to jump on us again anyway. So, just checking. I believe it's going to be, yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, and then, oof. How diminished in size is it at the moment? Is it down to about half size or a bit below?
It's about half size. It's in total. I mean, the total volume is still pretty large for this thing. But yeah, it's about. It's pretty diminished.
Okay. I am going to try and throw a... We're just going to use a first level spell slot. I'm going to pull one of my 4-pound stones out of my pocket. So
okay.
Carry a couple of those around with me. And I am going to catapult that through the slime. How much... Is there enough surface area, or will I accident... Is there a good chance I'll accidentally hit Carl with this? Since it's kind of on him.
Don't roll a 1.
Okay.
Easy peasy. You've got this. Finish him off, Nigel.
All right,
no pressure, Nigel.
I'm going to do a catapult then. So I believe that's just a dex throw. Dex saving throw.
Yeah, I think so. Let's take a look here. Catapult, you said, yeah?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Dex saving throw, failed save, object strikes the target and stops moving. Yep.
Okay, and I need to get a Dex 13. Sounds good. Well, I will... Spoiler alert, dexterity is not this creature's strong point. Yeah, like a -2. It does not succeed. You're able to hit this, no problem.
Okay, I'm only using a first level spell slot, so it's 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Absolutely, go ahead and give me the damage, my friend.
All right, so we've got... It's a 6, an 8, and a 7. Wow.
Woohoo!
All right, that's 21.
Snap.
All right, sounds
Kill
good.
Kill it. Kill this Jello.
It is beginning to sort of like waver, and it's not necessarily diminishing anymore, but it is. You can tell that it's sort of like the sides of it are beginning to sort of pool onto the ground slightly. The shape is beginning to break form, but it is still currently a full square. Mendax, your turn. Oh, you're muted.
I said an expletive, and then I said, I feel like I need to get down there at this point.
Sure.
There's only Nigel to fight it. All right.
Jumping dagger strike?
Jumping dagger strike.
Blub, 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 blub.
Let's do this jumping dagger strike.
All right. Hells to the yeah. Go ahead.
Get off my burp, friend, you jello bit.
I wouldn't yell too loud, so I would maybe whisper.
Yeah, I'm not. That's internal monologue.
Got it. Okay. So you give me an acrobatics check.
On my life, nat 20.
Okay. No, that's absolutely fair.
Plus 7, 27.
Hot damn.
You are able to kind of pinpoint accuracy, land but not be consumed by the slime here. Go ahead and give me a damage roll with sneak attack.
Okay, so where's my d6? Oh wait, no, 1d4 and then plus 3, plus then 2 d6s, right?
You got it.
D4 plus 3, that's 7. Plus 6 is 13. Plus 6 is 19.
All right. Yeah, you jump down and kind of dagger forward. It doesn't even really necessarily matter that the dagger was in the way, as you essentially body slam onto the cube and kind of just splatter it all over the ground.
A froggy splash.
Yeah, essentially, and land on top of Gall,
Oof.
who is covered in just vitriol and disgusting slime. And now you are too, actually.
I've had worse on me.
That's true. That's true.
You've rummaged around inside a sheep carcass. You've seen worse days.
I mean, I did elbow deep. Elbow deep.
But the clear and present danger of the cube has all but evaporated. Well done, saving your friend. Call. Narrowly escaping death there. Nicely done.
Thank you. Now I don't have to speak in blow blobs.
No, you don't. You guys are safe for the moment. Mendax, you do remember the orcs going back to their posts and that there was a lever over there.
Very high. Okay, we don't have much time. Orcs are coming back. They're stoned as fuck. I don't know if they'll even notice the lever has been pulled, but we need to get up this rope right away. Carl, I think you go first, because if they do actually notice, you have the best chance of fucking them up. So Carl first, me second, Nigel third. Carl, put on your spider gloves. Get up that rope. Let's go. Come on, boys. Let's do. And also, God, you stink. But that's secondary. Secondary.
I would like to shimmy and shake off some of the yuck.
You do so.
Okay.
Oh, seriously, Carl? The splatter goes across me like when a dog comes in from the rain.
100%.
You didn't have to go inside of it twice.
I would like to give Nigel a quick hug, because I am also covered in that goo.
Oh, thank you for sharing.
I'm so glad you're safe, Nigel. Pat him on the back, just wipe my hands a little bit.
You can feel the cloth and sort of the fabric, almost like you set fire to like a sock and it has that like very quick burn to it. You sort of singe off some of the extra strands on his cloak, as it is essentially acid you are wiping off on his back.
It's exfoliating. It's fine.
Fair enough.
Blaming the rope.
Yes, you are. Go ahead and give me an athletics check with a +5 from your gloves.
$14.
Okay, yeah, you're able to scale the rope, no problem. You reach the top fairly quickly. You see that the orcs they're kind of just looking kind of up at the sky and in front of, or up at the ceiling rather, and in front of them, almost like they're searching for something as they're continuing to walk to their post. And the first one, who is kind of leading a little bit, just falls in.
He falls into the place.
And he falls into the pit. Nigel and Mendax, you see an orc just like plummet onto the ground and kind of break apart the corpses and skeletons. He doesn't move. He doesn't look dead, but he just is kind of laying there. What would you like to do? Shimmying up the rope as well, or are you gonna? What would you like to do?
Slitting a throat is tempting. It is.
I do feel like I should stab it right in its eye socket.
Kids, don't do drugs and guard a dark fortress. Lesson of the day.
Nigel, get up that rope. I've got this, and I'm going to try to stab it in its eye socket.
Okay, I'll climb.
Okay, Nigel, give me an athletics check. The rope is, again, it's off the ground about 4 feet, so you're not able to get as perfect,
Yeah, unfortunately, cardio is my weakest suit. This is my only +1 of them all as athletics. But I do roll an 11, so 12.
Yeah, with, I wouldn't even say with difficulty. You have a rope there. You're strong enough to pull yourself up to the top as well, as you see the second orc fall into the pit. And on top of his friend.
Oof.
Mendax, your turn. There's a second orc that has joined the party. Again, just kind of laying there in bewilderment.
Actually, at this point, fuck that. I feel like they are really stoned. I'm going to get on that rope, and as soon as I get above where I think an orc could reasonably jump and grab, I'm going to slash at it with my rope behind, my dagger behind me, so that they can't jump up behind us.
Okay, sure. I don't know that they're going to be doing much jumping, but you are
Wait,
more happy to do
that's also a good point. Yeah, fuck it.
Pull the rope up, but
I'll just wait. Yeah, I'll just wait until we see what happens. So I'll just get on the rope behind Nigel and start climbing.
Sure, sounds good. Give me an athletics check.
17 plus 0 equals 17.
Very good math there. You're also able to reach the top. You're now all standing on the side where those orcs were originally at, the lever next to you and the ladder behind you. The brawl is starting to quiet down a little bit, but not much.
Okay, I think we pull the rope up and close this fucking door.
Don't bother closing the door. Let's just go. Grab the rope and go.
Fair enough. Grab the rope and go. Done.
So to be the stickler for the details, your rope was tied off on the other side of the pit, on the trash side. You're on the other side now. So if you want to, you can jump over there. Yeah, but
I'm down with just leaving the rope. We can always get more rope. You guys probably have rope, right? I had rope. Somebody has rope.
Yeah, we've got another rope in the pack.
I have another rope.
You have another rope? Okay. Then I say we just cut the rope that we're holding so they can't climb back up and keep going.
Go.
Okay. You cut the rope and make way for the ladder. Is that correct?
Correct.
Fantastic. You all head up the ladder, scaling it's about a 15-foot gap between the floor and the trapdoor. And you approach the trapdoor, call first, open it slightly, creak it open to get a peek. And I think we'll go ahead and end it there for this session, as we're right at about the time we normally end at. So I think that's a pretty solid spot.
Ooh, gonna have to take a shower after this one. Jeez.
A little bit of combat, a little bit of action, to get back into it. You guys are flexing your new shiny weapons, toys, and spells. But hopefully you had a fun one there. Did you guys enjoy that one?
A cube trying to eat Carl. That one really escalated quickly.
Very angry Jello.
Yes.
What was, out of curiosity, what was the save needed to not get caught by the thing trying to literally
12.
just 12? Okay.
Yeah.
Other question, was it possible to even miss?
Yes. It is possible to miss. You can miss everything in D&D. It's possible to miss. This one, I will spoil it a little bit. A 5 or below would have missed.
Oh.
okay.
But I have +5 hit to DC.
If you roll a 1, you miss no matter what.
I did roll a 1, but that was a different fight.
That was a different fight.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I
matter.
also
if you
rolled
would
a
have
1
hit it.
in a different fight.
You did, and you shot your friend. Call took some damage.
I did.
Oh,
She did,
took
or did
some
he
damage.
step in the way?
We're gonna have to proceed carefully, as the Dark Tower is presenting some further dangers than maybe was previously anticipated. It's not all mindless orcs running around. Maybe the dangers are in the details. I'm very glad you guys went for the corpse pile route. I was worried maybe you would just circumvent it completely, but thank you, Mendax, for making sure that all of my maps got used.
I was really hoping that nobody would remember that I said let's go by the corpses, so thank you so much for reminding my teammates. That was totally my fault.
Ugh.
You're welcome.
Oh.
That was definitely you. That whole encounter could have been avoided.
Well done, everyone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into episode 16 of Wayfarers. The week after next, we'll be back 9 p.m. Pacific time. You're awesome. Stay safe and watch out for giant cube blobs.